whoever that person is.
I'm gonna say Judy.
Could be. Could be.
It definitely cannot. Also, I'm live.
No, yeah, I mean, you know. No, Moana's sister, though. So cute. Little girl, so cute.
Oh, my God.
Where the hell did she come out as well? Like, first of all, Moana was 16 years old in Moana 1, right?
Uh-huh.
She's only like 2 or 3 years old. It's only been 2 or 3 years until Moana 2. This girl's coming out looking like she's 8 years old.
No.
Yeah.
Isn't she like 3 or something like that?
No way. No. Moana was like a year or maybe a year and a half old.
Has it only been a couple years? Are you sure about that?
It's only been 2 or 3 years. Yeah. Only been 2 or 3 years. This girl's coming out looking like she's 8 years old almost.
Moana. Wow.
I want to know where she was in Moana 1. Because they did not give a shit about her in Moana.
I don't think she was alive. I think it's been either longer or she's just older looking than you think.
So you mean to tell me that she's 3 years old?
Yeah. Yeah, it takes place 3 years after the first movie.
Yeah, that girl is not 3 years old.
Okay, hold on, Moana. Her name is Simia.
Yeah, Simia and Moana.
Simia age. She's 3.5. That girl is like 3. Look at her. What do you mean?
Not 3. I have a 3-year-old.
Your 3-year-old's underdeveloped, I guess.
She's in the highest percentile of her height.
Look at this 3-year-old. That's definitely a 3-year-old.
Okay, alright, if you say so. Alright.
It's definitely a 3-year-old. I see why you say 8, though. She's got a lot of... She's pretty tall. But so, you know, they're different people back then, you know? You know what I mean? Back then, you know what I mean?
Same universe as Finding Nemo. What are you talking about?
What do you mean, same universe as Finding Nemo? That's in a distant future.
No, because in Moana 1, you see Squirt, and she's saving Squirt in the beginning of the movie, and she's a baby.
No, that's not true. No, absolutely not. I will not take that slander. Finding Nemo takes place in 2003, alright?
Yeah.
And Moana does not take place during a time of technology, I don't think. And if it does, they just don't have it. They're scared of the ocean. They don't have it, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're indigenous people of an island. They would not have the technology.
I think it's way before time.
No way.
Nah,
Squirt's still a baby.
You're telling me that it's like 1884 or something in Moana? No, false.
It's not 1884. It's 2003.
Well, Squirt's not a baby.
It couldn't be Yeah, because Squirt was what? Maybe a couple years old at that point when Marvin meets him?
It's a different turtle.
It's the same turtle. I promise you.
It can't be.
We'll look at this after the podcast. Anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of Crafting.
This is somebody's headcanon. Get out of here. It's not even the same shape of turtle.
It's just... Literally, when he swims away with his father, Crush just looks back at Moana as he swims away with him.
No.
I promise. There's no way that's not
okay. Sure, get out of here. Oh, the voice actor for Crush said, yeah, that was me. Fuck off. No, it wasn't. You're just saying shit. What year does Moana take place in? Sorry, go ahead. Start the...
We've gone on a rabbit hole of Moana right now.
Moana takes place around 3,000 years ago in the fictional Polynesian island of Motunui. Come on, get out of here! It's not 2003! I'm sitting here listening to this slander, and nobody's backing it up. Kevin, you're excused. Desonoto, you're also excused. But I'm still upset.
But Crush's voice actor... Crush's voice actor saying it was him.
If you don't have a speaking role in a movie... and you're saying that's your character, sir, you don't have the creative control over that character, all right? Disney will go, haha, yeah, of course, yeah. Of course they'll do like little like references and stuff, but it's not actual like canon. Like, get out of here. It's 3,000 years before.
Frozen takes place at the same time as Rapunzel.
Yeah, and also her parents could be Tarzan's parents or whatever the fuck that stupid theory is. We don't need to. Not everything needs to be a connected universe.
Her parents are not Tarzan. There's only one weird connection that they have. Is her? She's the Rapunzel ends up growing old to become the evil stepmother from Cinderella.
No,
because
it's a different
her daughters. So hold on. Let me explain this real quick before we go to the podcast. This is the canon that people think. I don't think this is real because this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't fit her character. She went through torment when she was, younger, before she met Flynn, and she was tormented by that woman who claimed to be her father, Mother Gothel, right? But she has 2 daughters. So in the canon of Rapunzel's story, when she and Eugene or Flynn or whatever you want to call him, other or names, it doesn't matter. When they get married, they have 2 daughters, and their daughters' names are Anastasia and what's the other daughter's name? Anastasia and what's Cinderella's other sister's name? Anastasia and
Dolores.
Huh? Drusilla. Yeah, Drusilla. Yeah. Yeah, Drusilla. Yeah. So she has those 2 daughters. They happen to be the same names as the 2 stepsisters of Cinderella in the movie, in her movie. So people say that that's her daughters and that she grows old to become that, but it doesn't make any sense. That doesn't fit. But it's odd how that's connected. But Frozen is connected to Rapunzel, or Tangled, because during the first scene of Frozen, when Anna's singing her song, sorry, not the first scene, in one of the first musical acts of Frozen, when she's singing her song about the doors opening, she runs past Rapunzel and Eugene as they're walking into the castle, and Olaf says, if you watch his his shorts about all the Disney movies in a nutshell, his Moana one is great. I gotta say that one. He impersonates Moana pretty well. I think I said this on the podcast before though. And he says this is about a personal friend of mine, and he says that's about Rapunzel. All these movies have some sort of a connection is not the right word to use.
A fan theory that connects to the Disney movies Frozen and Tangled was disproven by Frozen 2.
Why? What?
Because they were going to the wedding or whatever.
But they didn't have the wedding in Frozen 2.
Well, no. Anna and Elsa's parents died in a shipwreck while traveling to Rapunzel and Flynn's rider's wedding. That was the theory. The disproof is it's revealed that they were going somewhere completely different.
Yeah, they were going somewhere else. But they ended up showing up at the castle.
Now, again, these are theories and people just doing stuff. It's not real. Didn't actually happen. It's not a connected universe.
Now, I might bring out one crazy ass connection. I don't know. This might turn into a fucking rabbit hole in Disney movies. But anyway, Dolzy 13. We don't stream. What the hell? That's not a bot. That's definitely just somebody talking. No, that's not a bot. We don't stream daily. We're talking about. We don't normally talk about Disney movies like this. I'm just down a rabbit hole of Disney movies right now. I don't know who you are, and I don't really want to promote you. So have a nice day.
This started because this man believed that Moana took place in 2003. I just want to throw that out there. Because that is such a wild...
It started because I believe that Crush and his son were in Moana, which leads me to think that it took place during the same time as Finding Nemo.
Nah.
He was there.
You could have used your brain, though, you know? Could have saw that it didn't make sense. if you think Moana takes place in 2003.
Again, they could have been indigenous people on an island.
I swear to God.
Oh, God.
Bless you.
Bless. Anyway, all right. Welcome to an episode of Crafting a Chat. It is another Tuesday evening. Today is October 15th. Halfway through October. We got 2.5 months left of the year, and we're done with 2024. I'm joined by my usual cast here. Adam, Kevin, Destinoto, myself here.
Hello.
Gentlemen, we are entering the cold up here where we are, and I hate it. It's terrible because I got to wear a jacket to go outside now. How are you guys all doing? How are you guys all feeling?
Gotta wear a hoodie now.
I hate it.
When I go to work.
It was 49 degrees today, and I hate it.
I gotta be honest. I'm not liking the cold too much this year so far. It's
really?
it's not like yes, it's cold. It's like a bitter cold, which is hard to explain.
Didn't it just show up so spontaneously as well? Like
it was
I felt
literally
like
78 degrees, and then the next day it was like 40, and I was like,
fucking
oh, okay.
Striked us in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly surprised right now. I mean, my air conditioner is still set up. I have not turned it on in like over a week, but I will only take it out once the snow starts to fall because it has screwed me over the years. Where I go to take it out and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, have an 81-degree day," and I'm like, "No!" But yeah, the cold has not been great. It's not frosting up my windows yet, so it's not pissing me off.
Frosted up my windows.
What time are you getting up?
Well, I've had to open the store the past week, so usually like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Wow, yeah, no, that's about the time I go out. My windows have not been frosted. They've been wet.
No.
They've been real wet, but not been frosted.
Frosted for me. Annoying.
Maybe it's because I clean my windows constantly.
I mean, I have the wipers going and the heat turned on.
No, I mean, I use these wipes. Like on the inside and outside of my car.
Oh, are those anti-fog wipes you're talking about?
They're just glass cleaning wipes. I bought them at Target.
Oh, okay.
They're nice.
Got it.
I clean real well because I had a bunch of streaks. I don't know. Remember when it snowed inside my car last year?
I do remember that.
I never cleaned my windshield until like this weekend.
From that?
Yeah.
It snowed inside your car?
Yeah.
The windows were open.
Weren't you
there? That 3 feet of snow last time?
Yeah, weren't you? No, you weren't there. Cause remember I ran outside while we were playing Helldivers? Were you there, Destinato?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't with us. No, he wasn't.
I thought he was. I thought that was like one of the few times he was.
I think I may remember.
Because it was like it was like 2:30 in the morning, and then I was like, "Oh shit, my window's open."
You talked about it in the podcast after the fact.
I did do that too.
He might. I think he was in the podcast and heard about it.
Well, anyway, I did clean. I just want to say I did clean my windows, but I didn't have like the car glass cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
I had like a paper towel and stuff, and it just didn't work. And then it was good enough, and I wasn't driving at night, so I didn't really notice any glare. And then sometime in the middle of summer, I was driving, and I was like, I can't see shit. So then I used at the time I used the sleeve of my jacket to clean like a spot, and it barely cleaned it. So then I got Windex and paper towels, but then I ran out of paper towels. And then I told the story of when I went to get my car thing done in September, whenever I was on vacation, and I told them that my windows were messy, and I thought they would clean it, and then they just said, yeah, they are messy, and they didn't clean it. I think I mentioned that here. But yeah, I finally bought glass wipes, and then I cleaned my car, and I clean the inside and outside of the windows. I mean, quite often now, because my car has a tendency of getting real wet on the windows, and like fogging up almost immediately, like every year. With every car I've ever owned. Wipes. Yeah, but it doesn't do that now. It doesn't do it so far. So I'm hoping I'm beating the frost this year too. Probably not, but I'm hoping.
Probably not.
Probably not. I don't think that's possible, if I'm honest, unless I have a garage or something.
Which I don't think you have a garage.
I don't. I do not.
What about you two guys? How you guys doing? Kevin, Casanotto, how you guys doing?
Splendid.
Sounds like it's splendid. You eating some crunchy ass cereal there.
It's chips.
Ah, okay, all right.
Why is there a spoon sound? I see why he said cereal, though. I see it.
Chip chop chips.
Oh, don't even worry about it. I'm using a fork. It's okay.
Now, hold on a second. No, we're not okaying past this.
Hold on. No, Adam, this is psychopath behavior. He's a serial killer. He'll be on the next Netflix documentary.
Kevin,
the man who decided to murder all of the waifus in the world.
He's eating chips with a fork.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Now, how?
I was already using the fork to eat something else, so I was like, let me just use the same thing.
Again, not clearing things up for me. What kind of chip is it?
It is, it is your, hold on, it's the...
This man doesn't even know what he's eating.
it's the kettle cooked one.
Okay, alright, a thicker chip. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you putting it between the prongs of the fork, or are you just picking it up with the fork, like, completely flat? Like, what are you doing?
Just flat, like a spoon.
Oh, interesting. And why won't you use, like, those things that you have on your hands called fingers?
I don't want to get my fingers dirty.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go kill myself, because this is information I just didn't want to learn about anybody.
I told you, it's psychopath behavior. He's gonna be a serial killer.
I gotta be honest, I'm pretty sure that a psychopath would be like, that's fucking weird. I'm not doing that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that sounds like a worse experience. Like, if he was like a chopstick, I'd be like, all right, I get it. You don't want to get your finger.
I've seen people eat chips with chopsticks. I've seen that.
Oh.
Balancing it on a fork is honestly a skill. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
Hello again, everybody.
Also, the type of chip you're eating would not,
especially the small pieces,
would not get on your hand that much. Like if it was a Dorito, I'd be like, yeah, okay, didn't want to get his hand dirty. Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I already started, so I might as well keep going.
Like if you said I'm paying a person to feed me chips via their hand, I would be like, okay, this is weird, but it's less psychotic than what you just explained. So, all right,
I don't know whether that's a brown thing you did, or is that a yellow thing you did? I'm not too sure.
All right, let's not do that.
What? It's a
Is
color.
Is it a shit thing or a piss thing?
Ah, that's worse.
Is it a puke thing?
I use the color. You're referring them to derogatory. What's the word I'm looking for? Not uses.
Boopies.
What do you call? No. What do you call the action of going to the bathroom?
Defecating.
Defamation. What? Defecation is the act of pooping, right? And defamation would be like a defamation of character, right?
Yeah, you're defaming someone.
Right. So you're derogatorily defaming somebody based on the color of their skin with using shit or piss. I just said a color.
First of all, I wasn't referring to a person. I just went by the color of the things you were talking about.
But, never mind. I'm defaming people derogatorily.
Hey, you're doing it. You did it immediately when you assigned them a color.
Well, you know what? I guess I did. Label me a racist and give me a red hat.
Because I'm brown and you're brown. We're very different shades of brown, all right? Are you more brown than me and me less brown? What if I get darker? Am I more brown? It doesn't make sense.
Well, no. It's not about that. It's about how spicy brown you are.
Tell that to a guy named Buck in Arkansas. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like, come on
shit.
now.
Are we actually going
oh, shit. I shouldn't have chose that. No, I shouldn't have chose that name. I fucked up. I'm so sorry, everybody.
I mean, if we're bucking going down this bucking path, you know what a bucking means, no bucks?
Kevin, forgive me!
Let's get this bucking show on the road, ya bucks. Alright, so like we normally start our shows, we'll all go around and say what we did last week. I'll go first here. I have been watching a crap ton of K-drama. I'm watching a Netflix show called, I think it's called Love Next Door. I was going to say Boy Next Door, but it's not Boy Next Door, it's Love Next Door. Real nice comedy, romance type of thing. Just was watching it. I was like, you know what, I'm going to watch this one. 16 episodes, I give it a watch. I'm not done yet. I'm on the last 2 episodes right now. I also started Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. What a difficult game, and what an amazing first 2 or 3 hours I had with that fucking game. Let me tell you something, and I know Kevin and Adam are not going to be playing this. Destinoto, I don't know. I don't want to spoil things for you, so I'll try and be as least spoilery as I can. But I've never had so much trouble playing a story mode of any Dragon Ball game than Sparking Zero. All right, there was one mission where you're just a singular Goku. You're just one Goku up against the entire Ginyu Force, back after like back to back on each character, one after the other. Match doesn't end. You don't get any more health. You have 4 health bars. Each of them have 4 health bars, and they all have full move sets and everything. There's nothing, like handicapped on them. They can do everything you can do, right? And it was a pain in the ass to kill all 5 of them because you have no Super Saiyan, you got nothing. It's just you with Kamehameha, Spirit Bomb, and some Kaioken attack that you can do. That's it. And you can't even turn Kaioken in the one that in the version of Goku that you were playing as at the time. In the same stressful, really annoying mission, I audibly screamed at 2 different scenarios that happened in front of me that I don't think I would have ever thought would have happened in the Dragon Ball universe. So to give a little bit of context to this game is for every single Dragon Ball fan out there that has any sort of idea of what they want their headcanon of Dragon Ball to be. You can create any type of what-if scenario with full-on dialogue. There's more than 300,000 lines. Maybe 30,000. No, yes, 300,000 lines recorded for any type of scenario that is going on from almost any character in the game. You can use any background, any sort of posable action, and they can interact with one another with smart dialogue that you can use. And you can create your own what-if episode of Dragon Ball, upload it online, and other people can play your what-if episode and use it in their game. I'll give you a scenario of a what-if since this is not spoiler. There is a timeline in Dragon Ball for... I'll keep it TLDR since it's probably going to bore people for the most part, but there's a certain timeline in Dragon Ball where Cell will go back to the past to try and reclaim the androids that were killed in the future, or he couldn't get in the future because they were inaccessible to him. In the timeline that this person created, they created a what-if episode. In this timeline, Trunks and Gohan in the future, eventually Gohan gets killed by the androids and Trunks goes back to the past. That's how the actual canon happened in Dragon Ball. That's why the Cell Saga happened. In this timeline, Gohan ends up learning how to do Super Saiyan 2 in the future, destroys both of the androids, and ends up meeting Zamasu from Dragon Ball Super. He explains to Gohan that the reason why the world is the way it is because of his father and Vegeta. That they are the reason why the world is in shambles, because they continuously had this pride that they could never let go of because they always wanted to fight stronger and stronger people. Well, lo and behold, Goku died of a heart disease in that timeline, and Vegeta got destroyed by the androids because he wasn't strong enough to beat both of them. In this timeline, Gohan sides and sympathizes with Zamasu, and Zamasu ends up taking Gohan's body and becomes Gohan Black, and he ends up becoming one of the most biggest terrorists of this timeline, and goes to destroy mankind to do Project Zero Humanity, or I think it's Project Zero Humanity, where he's going to rebuild the human race from scratch because he thinks that everybody is not worthy of being in this world since he had to go through all that trauma back in his life, all because of his father and Vegeta, and he doesn't think that humanity has any right to stay alive now. That was a what-if scenario that somebody created and uploaded to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And it's painted a story for Gohan Black, where it wasn't even supposed to exist. There was another scenario where Vegeta becomes a Super Saiyan when he fights Goku for the first time on planet Earth, and kills Goku, kills everybody on the Earth, goes back to planet Vegeta, which is still destroyed, kills Frieza, wipes him out, and goes on to become the Scourge of the Galaxy, and ends up becoming the next legendary Super Saiyan, and gaining the green hair instead of the yellow hair into the blue hair. There's endless possibilities for what you can do in this game, and it's so amazing. It's sick how crazy the amount of possibilities are in this game. The fighting system is amazing. It is difficult. It's not a simple system, and the game is very punishing to you if you just button mash. You button mash, you're gonna always lose, and the CPUs are relentless in the story mode. The AI is like they say they're normal level, but like they have apparently like a 2 or 3 millisecond reaction time to you, and I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to beat some of these things? And online seems to be doing very well. This is, I think, the most played fighting game as of right now. It has like 120,000 concurrent players on Steam only, and it's ranking as one of the top fighting games. It may actually even get a spot in the esports because people are playing this so competitively, with some streamers coming in and saying, we're playing this competitively, even though the game is horribly unbalanced because it's mimicking what the actual Dragon Ball lore is. So if you play as any of the god characters, or you play as like Goku as Super Saiyan 3, or Vegeta as Manja Vegeta, or you play as Super Perfect Cell or whatever, and then your opponent is playing as, for example, Yamcha, right? Yamcha is going to get his ass kicked unless that player is super skilled and is able to overcome the opponent that he's facing. Due to many reasons, such as if you're playing as a god character, they automatically have more health and more ki than a normal character like Yamcha. The game rewards you playing lower-end characters, especially with the ability to stack more characters on top of each other. So, if you, let's say you pick Beerus as your character, the god of destruction. You have a limit of points that each character is worth in your team, and the limit is 15 for both you and your opponent. And let's say Beerus takes up all 15 points, and you can't add any more characters to your team. He's a solo character you're going to have. He's extremely powerful, he's got more health, he's got more ki and all that. But your opponent decides he wants to pick Yajirobe, Roshi, and Krillin, and Yamcha, and Tien, and all the human characters. He can have all 5 of them on one team, all with their own individual 3 health bars, and have that team of 5, because they all equal like 1 Beerus on the other guy's team. So that's how that game is quote-unquote balanced. But it just kind of puts in a system where you can't just use all god characters all the time. Other than that, the game's been insanely fun. It's not trying to retell the story of Dragon Ball. It is trying to alter, and show all the possibilities that Dragon Ball can have. It's going to be really interesting to see like Vegeta's what-if scenarios, and Frieza's, and Gohan's, and the other character that you have to play as in story mode is Goku Black. So there's 5 characters: Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Frieza, and Goku Black. Those are your 5 story mode characters you get to play as. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more. I was just trying to finish that one show that I was watching because I'm like 2 episodes left, and I'm like, I'm just gonna finish it out and be done with it. I also ended up buying Silent Hill 2 and Metaphor, the ReFantazio. So we'll see when I get to those. I don't intend on starting those until I finish my other games in the backlog. I also bought Amanda the Adventurer, which is a very short platinum, I think. It shouldn't be more than a few hours, and it's pretty straightforward for the platinum. I've seen so much of that game, and that game has so much lore to it that I've wanted to play it for a while. Kevin knows I talk about it a lot, along with like all the FNAF stuff. Um, that game drew me in because it was like kind of similar to the FNAF stuff with like the VHS tapes and seeing like everything in that old fashioned like CRT type of thing, um, and the whole lore behind it of like it's based on another kid's thing that like Dora the Explorer, but in a horror format where like what if Dora the Explorer was like unhinged a little bit and she went crazy and killed Boots and ate him for dinner and then complained how she turned into a monster and then she came out of the TV and ate you. So, yeah, I'll probably end up platinuming that or something, maybe before the next podcast. We'll see. I don't know. I believe I played Remnant with Kevin. Not enough, but I definitely did, I think.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I feel like we played, I think, one of the nights, like last week or something like that. We were up until, fucking, we up like 4 o'clock one night playing that?
Maybe.
Yeah, getting like some of the stuff. There's some secret shit that I've read about that looks insane. Apparently there's a gun called a Redeemer. There's like the Merchant, which is Spark. That robot we were looking for, he becomes a merchant in the game that you can get shit from, and I'm like, oh my god. Helldivers, I believe I played Helldivers with Kat again this past weekend. I am excited to see this patch that's out. I've been seeing some people post some videos online of some of the cool stuff that's changed. I posted some of it in the chat. And I don't think I watched anything else. I don't think so. If I played something else and I forgot, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's all I've done. Adam, what'd you do?
Oh boy, I did some stuff. I beat Last of Us Part 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I still have to go through the get some of the trophies, and then I still have to do the DLC. I still want to platinum that by Halloween, or on Halloween. I want to get the platinum. But yeah.
Where do your political views lie again? Are you JWR or oh, I guess you could be JWR either way. Fuck. JEWR or JOWR. Or neither.
I gotta be honest, I don't know I know what JWR is. I don't know what the E or the O are.
Well, they're both J's, because it's Jerry and Joel. So I have to say JL or JE.
What? Well, first of all, I don't think anybody's on Jerry's side. Second of all,
who's Jerry?
Think about it, sir. You've played the first and second game.
And you've watched the show.
And who's Jerry the father of? Has it clicked yet, or?
The
doctor.
Oh,
there
yes. I never remember that guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's just dead.
It's not about if he was right or not. It's just were Joel's actions correct. And again, I feel like I've made it very clear here that no, his actions were not correct, but also neither were anybody else's. But we're not getting into that conversation again. But in the moment, I'll tell you.
The party of neither.
Well, yeah, of course, that's the correct answer. Nobody was right.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
but at the same time, when it comes to that section, I'm fucking murdering everybody. I kill the nurses. I kill the doctor. I sneak past people, and then I slaughter them. Because I sneak past them to then funnel them into where I am so I can kill them all. Because I'm like, you're all going to come after. It's just, the game is so effective at doing that. It's so good at making you be like, oh my god. And I think that playing through this game, I think I mentioned it the last couple weeks I've been playing through and stuff, that the show, there's parts of the show that I like more than the game, and there's parts of the game that I love more than the show. And together they just create they say almost exactly the same thing with a little bit of difference. But there is something that they nail in the show and they nail in this game is you realize that Joel cares about Ellie more than anything else, and at the end of the show and the game, you don't give a fuck what he has to do or what he's doing, what crimes against humanity, how fucked the future is, because he is doing the one thing that he cares for, and you're finally happy to see him caring for something. And the show is so good at it as showing you how dark. I remember wanting an action scene for the hospital section at the end of the show, and then what we got was this dark, orchestral, beautiful, like just one man slaughtering people and just making his way through. And in the game, I get my action scene, but also it's still this dark, orchestral, one man slaughtering machine, and I am that man. The game is still really good. I've also mentioned that playing through it, Part 2 is so much better gameplay wise in regards to movement, in regards to the open world, or literally level design in general. A lot of this, I will say, Part 1 faults in a way where if you've not played the original game and then you played this, you'd probably be like, wow, this world's kind of empty for being like a new game. Like if you had no idea if this was a remake, you would feel like something's off, I think. Because a lot of it is like, oh wow, that's pretty. Oh, I can't go over there. It's like really tiny sections. And that's the limit of the PlayStation 3. It's not like they made the areas much bigger or anything. They've kept them the same size. It's just increased how beautiful they look. And they still look beautiful, but it's just a limitation of part 1. And then I finished part 1 and I was like, fuck, I kind of want to play part 2 again, but I'm not going back to part 2. I'm not going. I will eventually, maybe, to do more of that that like roguelite mode. That was fun. But oh my god,
I forgot
part
you got
1 so good.
the remastered version.
Hell yeah, I did. Free
That's
platinum.
right.
Let's go. Kidding me? Um and then what else did I do? Oh, I bought the DLC to Powerwash Simulator. A bunch of their DLC is on sale. I only bought the Back to the Future one because I'm saving the PlayStation money that I have in my account for the Horizon remaster and like something else. I can't remember what it was, but I think it's something else. So I'm doing that. Kevin was on and he saw this firsthand. I was very annoyed trying to start up Powerwash Simulator. Couldn't. Got a black loading screen. Ended up looking it up. Turns out for the last few months, if you tried to turn on Powerwash Simulator, if you're like one of the early adopters of the game, your save file is just absolutely destroyed. You have to completely start over. You have to delete your save file and start over because of one of the patches like 3 months ago, where they changed some files and they can't change them back apparently, and they refuse to. So you have to delete your save game, which sucks. But at the same time, like I wasn't chasing times or anything. I already got the platinum. I don't need to go back, and I can just start the DLC and you get all the tools and stuff, which is fine. Which is what I did because I got I did the first level of the Back to the Future DLC. And then I watched Love Is Blind still. I'm caught up. It's season 7 still. Still good. Still fun. Genesis, you haven't watched any of it yet? Still?
Excuse me.
Guess not.
Well,
Guess not.
Oh no! You're back. You're back. You're back.
You're back. I've always been here.
No, I couldn't hear you at all.
Did I go away for everybody else?
Yeah, you did.
You just poofed and then you came back now.
Oh, interesting. Okay. What did you last hear?
I was asking you about wouldn't that suck if, you were actually after the platinum and your save got corrupted and then you didn't say anything.
Oh, I didn't even hear you say that. All right.
Oh, well.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, it would suck, but yeah, I don't care. I'm fine. I made it. But anyways, now I've watched Love Is Blind season 7. Caught up now. Genesis, are you anywhere near there? Are you
No,
started yet?
as soon as I'm done with this, I'll start watching that. I've been
Yeah.
so hooked on this damn show.
Yeah.
I'll finish it up and then watch it. I got 2 episodes left. It's a limited series, so once I'm done, I'll watch it.
There were some people on the show that were a little sketch, and it's like, and then things came out, and it's like, oh yeah, okay. In the show, actually, not like behind the scenes or anything. Yeah, there's like one guy where it's like, something's off about you, and then you learn stuff, and you're like, okay, that tracks.
Got it.
So there's
any interesting couples that you liked?
Yeah, there's.
Oh, okay.
There's like one couple I like, but I gotta be honest, I don't know what's going on with them right now. They seem like all over the place.
In real life, like currently, or just
no, in the show, because the show's not over yet. Okay. Like we haven't gotten to any of the marriages.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just, and the one couple that was like the drama, like they didn't make it far, which isn't a spoiler because you'll see almost immediately. What else? I watched Survivor still good. Still, it's Survivor. Something interesting actually happened on this episode last week. New episode tomorrow. Can't wait. I watched Abbott Elementary season 4 that came back. I watched the season premiere. Very funny. It's if you've never watched it, it's about an inner city school, mostly like a black teaching staff. And in the episode, there's like a golf course being built, and like white kids showed up, and the principal was like, and then went to get everybody and was like, "There's a ghost," because it was just like a pasty white kid. And then and then they're like, what are you doing here? And they're like, oh, we want to enroll our kid. And they're like, well, It was just really funny. It's a funny show.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good show. Real funny. Honestly, Genesis, you might enjoy it. It should be on Disney Plus or Hulu.
I thought I saw that on Netflix. Did I not? Or is that something else?
No, Abbott Elementary is on. It was on Max, I think. And then it airs on ABC, so it should be on Disney Plus and Hulu.
That should be on Hulu.
So. What else did I watch? I watched Penguin talk about more than when Desunudo talks. And then I saw Beetlejuice 2 in theaters. Beetlejuice. I thought it was really funny. Thought it was good. I thought it was the same tone, and if you liked the first one, you're gonna like this one. I thought it was a good follow-up. So yeah, I saw that in theaters with my dad. Funny enough. So yeah, and that's it. That's all I've done.
Nice, thank you. Kevin?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Good.
Alright, what the hell did I do? Fucking, I don't know. What did I play? We're pretty sure we played Remnant together.
Yeah, once at least. I know you were yelling at me a lot, and I am sorry. Either I fell asleep or you had to go to work the next day, it was more me than you, so.
We attempted to play again, but somebody continues, I'm not going to name names, but somebody continues to be like, at 10:30, text sent that says, I'm just going to get something real quick to eat, and I'll be right there. When does he hop on? 2 hours later. Yeah.
In my defense, right, I couldn't figure out what to eat, and then I went, and then I got it, and I came back, and then that show popped up again, and I was like, shit, let me just watch this while I'm eating, and then I looked at the clock, and 2 hours had gone by, and I was like, oh, shit. And then I texted you, and you were like, I'm already asleep, and I'm like, shit. And then you're like, well, if you stop being such a bitch, and I'm like, you know what, you're probably right.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that to me at all. No, that's how I interpreted, how you should have reacted.
I might have been
but
mad.
You were. No, you weren't. No, I thought you should have yelled at me that way, but I was like, he's a very nice guy. He won't yell
The things I don't send in text messages.
You'll sometimes call me a bitch while we're playing, but that's out of love. That's okay.
It is out of love. Anyway, that's what we did there. And then I got a PSVR 2.
Whoa.
Kevin.
Oh, did you get it from that Amazon sale I sent?
No, I didn't get it from the Amazon sale you sent.
Oh, fuck.
He didn't want the refurbished one. Or the used one.
It was like, dude, they just opened it.
I don't trust people.
You know what? I'll give you that. That's got to go around
You
your
got,
face.
you got plastic that could be destroyed. You got lenses that could be scratched to fuck. Like, there's too many things that could possibly be wrong.
That's true.
No,
That's true. But congratulations on getting the PSVR 2. That's really cool.
Yeah, so I got that. And I played some games. I played Kayak VR Mirage. I picked this up because it looked freaking relaxing as shit. And let me tell you something, it's relaxing as shit.
Did you buy a
your
kayak?
Mileage? No.
I've seen a lot of people buy a kayak and then sit in it and play the game.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm just saying, it's what people do for some reason.
Your mileage may vary. I mean, I'm sitting in a nice, comfy chair, so like, I guess it's similar, maybe.
Can't knock it.
But your mileage is going to vary on this game, whether you like it or not, because there's really not a whole lot going on. But you know what? If you're looking for just a peaceful time, turn the music off because it's god awful, and then just listen to the sounds of nature around you and paddle around. And then when you get like stuck on a rock, remember that you can actually push off it. Took me a hot minute to figure that out, but yeah, it worked out.
It's gonna be wild when one day
honestly,
Marie's gonna walk in and you're gonna be drowned. She's gonna be like, "How?"
That was fun. Played that for a little bit. Also played Gun Club VR Reloaded.
That sounds fun. I want to be there.
Alright. And
it's
an interesting game. It's a lot of like target practice shit.
Yeah. I played Gun Club
live
VR.
or not live?
But it's pretty fun.
What?
You mean by live or not live?
Meaning like your targets, are they alive or are they not alive?
No, they're cardboard.
Oh shit, okay, never mind. Don't read into this, just keep going.
Or whatever. Yeah, So, play a little bit of that. That's pretty fun too. Getting the platinum will probably be interesting in that. Adam, you get the platinum in that?
No, that was one where I played it on my alt, and I had my family mostly play it because they were like, "Oh, guns! That's what VR is good for, is guns." I'm like, it's good for many other things, but you do you.
Good idea. Good. I mean, hey, you can have females in there too. You could have,
So moving
on. What do you think VR is?
Keep going. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
I haven't played Horizon Call of the Mountain or the Room VR A Dark Matter yet, but I own them. So probably next week. Expect that. What I did wind up playing a shit ton of is the Light Brigade. I figured I would probably like this game when it was first announced. I'm like, FPS, roguelike, looks pretty good. Okay, it's VR, so I don't know when I'm ever going to get it, if I'm going to get it ever. Then companies actually got their heads out of their asses and started making some real VR experiences as opposed to just standing in a fucking circular arena doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Let me tell you something. Light Brigade is actually a really fucking good game. The developers thought of a lot of things, and I'm kind of impressed by it all. And they also apparently understand how guns actually work, because rebolting guns or charging guns or whatever you want to call it, realistic to the point where you're freaking, oh god, I only know it as the broom handle. I don't remember what the gun is actually classified as, but German World War II pistol, not the Luger, the other one. You actually have to like open up the chamber and then put the bullets in and then close the chamber back. So that's really cool. And then your movement speed adjusts based on whether you have a gun drawn or not.
Mauser?
And if it's a two-handed weapon, maybe. The slang is the broom handle. That's all I remember. I don't think Mauser's right either, though. Isn't Mauser a rifle?
No, it's a pistol.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
It looks like the Star Wars one. The Star Wars, the Rebel pistol, is modeled after the gun. But anyway, you're slower than holding a pistol, or if you have no gun out at all, then you move a little bit quicker. And then if you hold the gun up to like your shoulder, it actually takes like putting it up to like your shoulder if there's like a stock, or putting it up by your eye into account. You move a little bit slower still, and then you can take and like tip the gun upward, so you have the trigger down like closer to your stomach, and the your front hand higher up in the air. You tip it, then you move quicker than you would with it on your shoulder. So I've been having a lot of fun like messing around to see what else they've thought of in the game, and you can shoot around corners blind and stuff. That's kind of cool. Boss fights are really fun. Because at first you might think, oh wow, teleporting around is kind of broken. Then you get boss fights where it's like, yeah, now you better teleport around or you're gonna get fucked. But that's kind of cool. It's got like a they took a nod from Dark Souls, where players like that have died in certain areas, you can like pray at their body and get extra souls for it. And then if you kill a boss, you can leave behind like loot for other players. I don't know how that necessarily gets to them, but you can do it, and you'll get extra souls or whatever the hell currency shits are. You level up your classes. Leveling up classes allows you to get more classes. One of the classes is a hunter class, which is the one I'm going to try out next, where you get a freaking recurve bow and throwing knives. Can't wait. But yeah, Light Brigade. PlayStation says I played for 2 hours. That's a bold-faced lie. I played for like probably around 4.5.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Kevin, how's motion sickness for you in this thing? You feel it?
Non-existent.
No? Okay.
Non-existent. The only thing I feel is a little bit of pressure on my forehead from the headset. I wouldn't even call it a headache, because it goes away. Like, I take it off, and like 5-10 minutes, it goes away.
That'll just relieve itself, I'm assuming. Yeah.
I will say.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
Sorry,
I cut you off.
I like how the headset is designed. I like how it's got these little things on the side. Like, they're a little far back, but like you can't really put them exactly on the side with how they designed it. But two little like rubber grabby things that hold onto the earbuds. So that's kind of cool. Store them away when you're not actually like using it. Putting the headset on, the tutorial fucking sucks. I mean, it tells you what to do. It's not wrong. But, like, I put this thing on like a baseball cap, kind of, at first. And let me tell you something. That's wrong. You gotta put it on like a bike helmet. You want it to be, like, down on your head. Not just resting on it. You want it to be, like, on your head. And then worry about messing around with, like, where your eye placement is. And then on top of that, to anybody out there that's like, oh, if you wear glasses, you're going to scratch the lenses of the VR and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the fuck you're doing to set your damn thing up. The best position for the headset for me, that gives the most, like, clear picture, is, like, significantly far enough away from my glasses for it to ever be an issue.
I used to have it on my original PSVR. I had to adjust it where it was farther away from my glasses when I played. So
apparently they've improved over PSVR 1. I don't know how.
Really?
People said they did. But I only have VR2. That's all I have to go on here. The cord is super freaking long, which is good, because when I'm playing, I lose all direction. I have no idea where I've been doing sitting only so far. And I have a chair. I have like a swivel chair, so I can spin all the way around. Let me tell you something. That cord has gone around the middle pole of this chair a few times. I stop and I'm like, what the fuck? How? What? I swear all I'm doing is turning side to side. But yeah, I'm really liking it so far. Light Brigade, really good game.
That's
really
awesome.
good game.
Good positive review of that
I
PSVR2.
expected to just like, sorry, what?
I was just saying, good positive review of the PSVR2 lately.
Oh my god, it's so cool. And you don't even like really feel it all that much when you're playing. I don't have any motion sickness issues. Light Brigade, you can control yourself, but you like turn in the 8 cardinal directions. You can set it up where you turn with like actually moving your head, but I'm sitting down. It kind of worked better if I was actually standing. Um, and what was I gonna say? I don't remember. What's cool about the PSVR 2 as well is like you can go into like other shit and basically use it as like a portable monitor. Because like you might have to grab the PlayStation controller instead of the VR like hand controllers to navigate stuff, but it still shows the screen, and you can adjust the size of it, the brightness of it, like all kinds of shit. So like technically, it's better than a monitor. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot bad to say about it. It kind of just works. It's kind of just good. I had every intention of trying out all the games that I bought, but then the Light Brigade sucked me in, and that was all I was doing today.
Do you plan on doing any of the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted games?
Probably not.
Okay.
They're cool, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see. If it's on a good enough sale, maybe.
I think it's gonna be. Isn't it on Plus?
Not that I saw.
Or is it going to be on?
Kevin, you ever play the Job Simulator games?
I haven't, but I was looking at Job Simulator and Vacation Simulator.
I did Job Simulator. It's the only VR game I have a platinum for.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know. I would make sure it's backwards compatible or it's got a
there
VR2
is a
update.
VR2 entry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, highly recommend. That's a game you would love. And if you want on easy platinum, it only takes like 4 or 5 hours, if that.
Oh, okay.
I did it in one night. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't played Vacation Simulator, and I totally would. I just the plugging in the original VR is such a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, I'm glad you're liking it. I just want to point out that we had a VR episode a long time ago where the VR2 was announced, and Genesis and I were like, this could be something, and we were defending it from you the entire episode, Kevin. I just want to point that out.
Oh, I know. I
know. It's crazy how
the enemy.
it's good. No, I wouldn't even say enemy, but like it's crazy how like opinions can change over time in regards to like everything it should be, but in regards to like technology and like certain innovations, it's nuts. I'm glad that you finally saw the value in VR, and congratulations on being the hardcorest of the hardcore of PlayStation people who own a VR2, because Genesis and I are the hardcore and we don't even own that thing, so
I mean, like I said,
I'm telling you, if I had
all
space,
about the games.
I would have it.
You don't need a lot of space, Genesis. I'm just telling you that right now. You don't need a lot.
Down in a chair. You don't need a lot of space at all.
No, I know.
You need less space than the VR1, and you have the VR1.
So
hold on. I don't understand.
So VR2, if I'm sitting in the chair and it does the playfield, the playfield's like a 1.5 feet
the hell
radius around the chair.
Yeah, it's not large. You can make it bigger too if you want or need.
Okay.
So.
It's really cool how it does a lot of the stuff too. Like for an actual like 6-foot area, you like look around the room and it like canvases everything and like polygons and shit, and it understands what a picture on the wall is and everything.
Did you do the pass-through mode to do that?
No, it was part of the setup.
Okay. Yeah, the original VR you needed a camera. And to get that in the perfect spot, because the original PSVR didn't have cameras on it. It just had the lights on it, and the camera detected the lights.
Does this one, is it any better if you have camera, or does that not even affect it?
That doesn't even affect it. It doesn't affect it at all because it has cameras all over it.
Yeah. It has 4 cameras in the front. That the one thing that is slightly annoying, but not really. I might have to get a light of some sort over in my area of the living room because when it's darker in here, it complains and it's like, I don't know what the play area is. It's too dark. So then I gotta turn around and face the other direction where the light actually is, and it's like, oh, okay, never mind, we got this.
I see you now, yay!
But like when you're doing like a play area, it like it tells you to look at like the ceiling, the floor, the walls, the furniture, the everything, and it will like go and it calculates all kinds of shit. Like when I did that and just messed around with it for a little bit, like it knew where my desk was, the dehumidifier, it knew where the cat tower was, it knew where the chair was, like it was crazy. So like when you got near it, that little red circle or whatever popped up on the screen, like, hey, there's a thing here, be careful.
Question.
Yeah.
Earbuds. Does it come with earbuds, or did you use your...
Yes, comes with earbuds.
Okay.
The earbuds plug into the back headband thing.
Yep.
And they like just sit there. They're really nice. I gotta look at the other set of tips that it comes with. It comes with 2 or 3 sets of tips. I'm hoping one of them is like slightly bigger because these ones like to fall out of my ear unless I like wedge it in there. But that's my only complaint there.
I know their one headset is compatible with it too, so you don't even need those earbuds. You can use like the Pulse headset.
Oh, I like the earbuds.
And honestly, your headset might even be compatible, like might fit around it too. So
it might.
Yeah. Might be willing.
It might actually
look into that.
Yeah.
Maybe a more immersive experience for you.
True. I mean, the 3D audio from the earbuds isn't bad. But
I hate earbuds. I can't do earbuds. They hurt my ears.
Oh. No, I don't bother me. Like I said, the only thing, my ears are weird. The earbuds like to fall out of them. And then on the underside of the front of the thing, there's a button that you can press to toggle what you see, like in the games and whatnot, to what the cameras see. And you get a grayscale, sort of fuzzy TV-like image of everything around you. Sure.
That's what that's called.
Oh, okay. You can just press that button whenever to enable the pass-through, yes. Crazy how detailed that is. You can basically like fully interact with the world around you while you're doing that.
Do you feel like a dog?
No. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty freaking cool. And then, oh god, and it comes with a charging cable, and it's the same charging cable as a PlayStation controller, so I can charge both of the hand controllers.
I think they're called the Senses or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's hand controllers.
Yeah.
So the oh yeah, fun fact: these bad boys don't come charged at all. So
interesting.
You have to charge them in order to actually set it up. So like, if you look around, you'll probably find some Reddit things of people being like, "Oh, the left controller didn't work." No, it probably worked. The problem is it has no charge, so you have to wait like 15 minutes for it to actually like get enough charge to do something.
Wow.
And if you run low on battery, they will just stop responding, which is really, really weird because your hands still move around. Like the headset or whatever is still, or it itself is still detecting where they are in 3D space and whether or not you're like holding onto them and stuff. But you try to press buttons and it's like, yeah, no, bro. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I wonder if there's a couple games that you can play like where you don't actually have to hit buttons, you just have to move your hands around.
There might be. I'm not sure. Maybe
for this PSVR, is there a separate box that has to connect to the PS5 or straight to the PS5?
Just a cable.
Straight to the PS5 in the front.
Got it.
It's so on the front of the PlayStation you have a normal USB, then you have the USB-C or whatever the fuck it is next to it.
Yeah, C, yeah. Okay.
It goes in that little guy, and you got like
that amount of
this?
data can pass
15,
through a
20-foot cord?
USB-C?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
USB-C, man, pretty good still.
That is, oh my god.
That's why
That's
everything
an
has
amazing amount of
converted
data
to
that
it.
goes through C. God.
But what I will say is just like every PlayStation product, or at least as far as I'm aware, and just like every PlayStation thing with hey, here's how charged your battery is. It's totally not set up right at all. If you're on a full charge, it takes like eons for that first block to go away, and the next two go away in like immediately.
I will
So if you
say,
fully charge them, you're good. I have not had any issues off a full charge.
I will say in regards to that, Kevin is absolutely correct. The charging on any PlayStation product or Sony product in general, the bars mean nothing.
No, it's not 33, 66, 99%. No.
No.
It's like 10, 30, 100.
Yeah, it is. I will say, like, people have always complained about like the controllers now, like the dual senses and how they're they're so like they die so quick. And my controllers, I'm like, they're not dying quick. They get to like a dying state, but they don't actually die for days.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes, and then other ones I have, and I'm like, oh, this controller died in like 2 hours. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it.
But,
I'll never understand it. It's not like a PS3 controller. That thing either lived for 40 days or it didn't live at all. Or you had to keep it plugged in for 30 minutes.
Do you have a separate charging stand or stand for the headset? Okay.
For the headset doesn't need charge.
Well, no, I'm saying this. Yeah, so the stand, like I had a PSVR stand. It would hold the headset, and then on the sides, it would have these two sockets I could pop the controllers into to charge.
Man, I should have bought that. Now that I think about it, I should have fucking bought that for the VR one.
Yeah, it came in handy quite a bit. It was very nice and handy to have everything neatly put together.
The one Mystic has is really nice. Doesn't notice has seen it, I'm sure.
People mention that you shouldn't have like sunlight go into the lenses of the VR thing, so I have it up in a corner on a shelf.
It makes sense.
Behind a bunch of board games.
You shouldn't let sunlight go? Like the UV can destroy it?
Yeah.
Because there's a monitor inside. You'll burn in.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a vampire.
But no, because it has a second charging cable. I just plug both my charging things into the back of the PlayStation, and now my controllers are charging. And then when they're all set, then I can charge my normal controller. Look at that.
Kevin, I'm glad you're happy with your purchase, and I can't wait to hear more about this.
I'm very happy with it, and yeah, I mean, like again, I was shitting on VR all the time because VR was just so dumb when it came out. There was no movement. Either there was no movement or you teleport around. Now you can freely move, and like before, developers, if my memory serves me, developers are basically like, yeah, we don't have freedom of movement in our games because like people get real sick, and I'm like, yeah, that's on you. You make the fucking game. Figure out like get doctors and figure out what you need to program in, like movement wise, to make it so that it's not making people sick.
I'll never understand why the first VR did not come with that little stick controller. Like why it wasn't like a feature that was implemented in every VR so that every developer would use that fucking control stick. But for some reason they were like, nope, 2 wands. It's like, what?
Oh yeah,
Fuck
then there was that, yeah.
And now this one has the stick in every single one. And I'm like, you're a piece of shit. Like, good. Yep. They learned.
But there's enough games that are interesting that I'm gonna check out. I might do a Resident Evil. Depends if they go on sale or not.
VR's wild.
Really looking forward to Metro Awakening. One of the reasons why I got this in the first place. Synapse is apparently stupid short, so I'm gonna get that on a bigger sale than 35% off. There was another game too. Oh, Midnight Walk. Can't wait for that to come out. And yeah, there you go.
Give me Stellar Blade VR.
Oh my god.
What about that Dungeons and Dragons one, Kevin?
I don't know what that is. I
forget what it's called. I'll look it up.
Unless you're talking about, there's a game that like the picture looks real cool, and then you go in and it's another circular arena.
Oh, Demio.
Dark Sword. Oh, Demio. Isn't that just another arena game too? I swear I looked at this.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's not.
That's one.
Where, oh no, this is like a strategy kind of game.
Yeah, that's one where there's like these PlayStation people on YouTube that I've seen a couple videos of, and they were like, "This game's fucking great," and they would literally just play that for hours, and they were like, "Yeah, VR2."
Oh, it's a demo.
Like after the VR came out, they were like, why is nobody talking about this game? And at the end, they were like, we have 155 hours in this game. We play it online with people. Like, they were just like, this game's great, and it's a shame nobody's playing this. And I was like, damn, Kevin would like that. So yeah, give that demo a shot.
Yeah, I have to. Okay. Cooperative online. Nice.
Genesis, you know what you gotta do.
I haven't played anything online yet, but God, is there any other questions anybody's got on VR?
You wear glasses. Did you mention anything about your glasses when it's on? Comfortable, uncomfortable?
I think they're comfortable. I mean, the thing basically fits all the way around like your head. I haven't had any issue with like it pressing up against my face or my glasses. Like again, if you set it like too close, I feel like it just fucks the glasses. Like I was originally putting it like close up to my head because I figured that was right, and I'm like, man, shit's still like blurry, kind of though. Not blurry. That's not the right word. Everything had like all like the text had like a shadow or like aberration.
Yeah.
I think aberration's the right word. But then I'm like, all right, let's play around with it a little bit more. Like the second time I sat down, I'm like let's play around with this a little bit more, and I like pulled it out like 2 clicks, and I'm like, oh my god, realign the lenses with my eyes, it's perfect. Oh my god.
Yeah. With the original VR, it was tough. Like you get it on and it's like, okay, like I feel like this is how it's supposed to go, and then you would move it around a little bit, and then you'd go, oh my god, what the hell is this? Like it fits perfectly now. Oh my god, and it's great. It's like once you find that spot, like I've read a lot of the. I mean, I'm in the VR subreddit for PlayStation, and people are always like, what's the best way to find your sweet spot? And everybody's like, play with it until you find it. Eventually, if you play it enough, you'll know exactly where it is every time.
Yep.
So.
And again, like at least for me, put it on your head like a helmet. Like get it on your head. Because it just everything lines up so much better. The eye tracking, I don't know what it does. I don't know if I have any games that actually utilize it like that much, or
I was going to ask you about the eye tracking,
so subtle. But the eye tracking is part of the setup, and let me tell you something. I was like, all right, I don't know what the fuck that is. Sure. Let's do the eye thing. All right, yep, white screen, follow the dot. Okay, cool, follow the dot. Black screen, follow the dot. All right. And then it's like, okay, now look at these things and like make sure they light up when you're looking at them. And everything lit up. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, it's tracking my eyes, so props to them. Glasses don't screw with that.
When I was watching your game footage for that game you were playing, that light, what is it, Light Passage or whatever?
The Light Brigade.
Light Brigade. I could tell where you were looking.
Oh, okay.
Because it was blurry everywhere except in one area where you were clearly looking.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's probably difficult to tell when you're in there because I'm assuming everything's clear when you're looking through it. When
everything's quite clear, yeah.
When you're not looking in the other spots, it's not as clear.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going on there. Because I was like, I don't know what he's shooting at. And then I saw, oh, he's looking at that person. Oh yeah, I see that person. And then I looked around it, and then I saw another person pop in, and then all of a sudden I saw you went to it because it just got so much clearer. And I was like, okay. Yeah, he's looking at him. So I would say the eye tracking is doing something.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, if like it's making things clear or whatever, it should be doing it in a way where you would notice.
Yeah.
So Good on them.
They haven't done like a Yu-Gi-Oh game or something like that in VR, right? They haven't done anything like that yet.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
That would be sick to see in VR. Imagine summon the monster and just appear in front of you like that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
that's
cool.
cool.
I wouldn't care for that.
Cool.
Another. I was gonna say, there's another one. Have you played any driving games in VR?
No, I probably never will.
That's another one that I would think is a really cool one.
Unless they put like Burnout Revenge into.
Oh.
I know.
Oh. Oh.
What a game! I freaking love Burnout Revenge and Takedown.
Oh my God, Kevin! I was just about to say Takedown. If they did Takedown,
I think the only one that has the head tracking for VR as of right now on PlayStation is Gran Turismo 7.
I'm really excited for Aces of Thunder as well to play an air combat game.
Have you tried Minecraft in VR?
Minecraft doesn't have a PSVR 2.
Oh.
No.
And it's losing PSVR.
Good.
So.
Great.
Yeah, it's getting updated. PSVR is going to be obsolete now in Minecraft, which kind of sucks.
Oh man,
that they're taking that
SpongeBob
feature
Epic
away.
Roller Coasters is free. Oh shit!
Kevin, there's a lot of. I will say there are a lot of free VR things, and they're trash. Almost every single one of them is trash. It's like jump out of this helicopter with the military. It's like this video is 720p. This looks like ass. What are we doing here?
Red Matter is apparently good. I might get that at some point.
Also on you got the PlayStation Plus. VR games are popping on there, so take a peek. Take a little peeky poo every so often.
Yeah.
Sort of by VR game.
I usually just click on the PSVR 2 thing.
Yeah, that works too.
They have a section for almost anything now in the PlayStation Store. You're looking for PS5 Pro games? It's there. PSVR 2 games? It's there.
Why would anybody
PS5
look for
games?
those?
I'm just saying, like, they have sections for almost everything now.
Well, they can delete that one.
Mm-hmm. There's one more question I had for you, and I can't remember now. Oh, are any of the the Dark Anthology games VR compatible? Oh, that would
Zero.
Those would be bad.
Well, no, like as if you're playing as the person, I'm saying.
Yeah, those would be bad.
Why?
I mean, they barely run as is, but like, based on the ones that we've played, perfect runs every single time.
We gotta do the perfect run for the other two. Now that it's on
the thing is, the games are so boring. Like maybe it's boring because of how perfect we are in all of our runs.
Yeah, of course,
all two of them.
Of course.
But
yeah.
I mean, I don't see how those would be VR. I mean, it would just be like playing it with a screen. Like
we did the Man of Medan, and then we did Little Hope.
I thought Little Hope was first.
No,
Man of Medan is first.
Is Man of Medan the ship one?
Yeah, that's the ship one.
Okay, Little Hope sounds more like a ship. That's why.
And then we didn't do the one
anything
that has
after Little Hope.
Yeah, I think that was
because Little Hope was like the town or something.
The Devil in Me is the last one that was out, but it's an anthology. I thought there was supposed to be 5 of them, right? Is that what anthology stands? Isn't that what anthology means? 5?
I honestly don't know. I
think it's just a.
I thought anthology was just multiple.
Yeah, it's just like a series of things. It doesn't
a
have
published collection of poems or other piece of writings. An anthology.
And there's only 4 of them right now, right? There's the Man of Medan will hold the.
I do recall them saying something about there's going to be 5 of them or something.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. That's where I got the 5 from. But the one with Ashley Tisdale, I think, is in the third one, and then the 4th one is The Devil in Me. I don't recognize who the actress is in that one. Her face is on that, and it's on PlayStation Plus Premium, whatever the extras thing. We should do the perfect runs of those two before Spooky Month is over.
Oh, it's Jesse Buckley.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the name of the third one. It's on the shelf. I can see it, but I'm blind, and I can't read the title.
Oh,
I
I
can see it
love
sitting
being
up there.
blind.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to ask about the VR too.
Oh, Jessie
So
Buckley
y'all
was
should
in
get it.
Chernobyl. She's the one who, her husband was the firefighter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very sad.
Now that you've had the experience with this VR2, right?
Uh-huh.
And you've had like the newer controllers and all that good stuff. What you bought it for the newest price point out now? Was there any discount on that one or no?
No.
The normal price point. Would you recommend this to somebody who's looking for VR at the same price point, or would you tell somebody to wait until it went down in price?
I mean, now there's actual games that like freaking, I don't know, that like developers tried to make. So I think it's worth.
Okay.
I think the real answer is it's got Horizon Call of the Mountain, all right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got a Horizon game, and if you're not getting all the Horizon games, Adam is still thinking about buying that stupid fucking 1,000-piece puzzle. All right, you know, people make mistakes in life.
Oh, are you gonna give like Beat Saber a try on this?
No.
Kevin?
What?
Beat
I
Saber?
don't know. I don't know.
I answered for you, Kevin.
I know. I got it. I'm gonna be getting it because Marie wants to play it. She likes it.
Kevin's been pretty adamant about how he's not a Beat Saber guy.
I don't know why, but I'm really not.
I'll tell you what, Kevin.
It's not for everybody.
I wasn't a Beat Saber guy until I played Beat Saber, and I played a song I liked.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. But it's not fucking the best thing in the world. I do see the appeal. It's just not the greatest thing.
I don't like
so
how
hard,
it's like dictating what way you have to slash through every single block. I don't know why I don't like it because like I play DDR and freaking love DDR, but like it's somehow different and I hate it. Maybe it's because I play drums and rock band and I just want to hit shit. I don't know.
I think there are modes where you can change it to where you don't have to hit it in any specific direction. You can just hit it however you want. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's an easier challenge mode, but like it is a thing that you can change.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if you've seen people on YouTube playing the game, mostly girls in skirts, where they play and like they're like doing crazy like moves and shit. And I'm like, I'll never be these people, mostly because I'm a man.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, Destino has seen a few, I'm sure.
Now you're a man. A man.
But
yeah, I don't know. Like I think it's worth it. Because man, it's a fun time. You get some interesting experiences.
Oh, I remembered. Are you gonna play any like roller coaster VR games?
Probably not. I don't
Are you
like
gonna sit on a roller coaster in VR?
I mean, it's an experience, you know.
I do like gun manipulation though. It adds a whole other layer. When you actually have to reload a gun, it's nerve-wracking. Especially when you're trying to also pay attention to where an enemy is, and you're like, "Where the hell is my magazine? It's somewhere on the fucking get me the damn thing."
I can't wait for Marie's Call of the Mountain review.
Okay.
That's what I'm excited for. Sorry, Kevin.
It's fine.
I'm
I'll
more
play it
about
eventually. Yeah, I know you are. I'll have
All
her
right,
on.
Davey. Thank you for your review on the PSVR too. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. So real quick, since I will be getting these games. Metro Awakening is November. What? November 5th.
Election day.
Hell yeah. Which
Oh,
means
Kevin, I'm off that day. I just got a doctor's appointment.
Oh, okay. I might play it early. It depends what hour that comes out. God, I hope it's midnight.
But I'm off the whole day, so I'm free for election watching.
Oh, you're free for election watching too? Sweet.
Yeah, remember how we said we're going to do that?
But yeah. But wait a minute. Don't you have to work the next day?
Yeah, I do, but I mean, it's
okay.
podcast night anyways. So we usually stay up to like
fair.
1-ish. So.
Okay. Ace of the Thunder is only 2024. I could have sworn it was October. It's not. Oh yeah, I guess the next one is Metro Awakening. Oh wait, Midnight Walk is when? Coming soon. Cool.
Yeah,
coming soon.
Date. Wow.
All right, November 5th is the next game for sure, and then we'll let you know if I get anything else. I might get a Resident Evil game. I don't know.
Could just borrow one.
Oh yeah, both of them have VR. All three of them have VR now, I think, right?
You shut your mouth. You didn't even finish Village, you goddamn piece of garbage.
Oh.
Let's calm down there.
Didn't even finish 7. Didn't even finish Village.
Apparently, No Man's Sky is in VR. Interesting.
Oh, you should try that.
No Man's Sky is in VR, and I played No Man's Sky in VR.
What are you talking about? It's just Village I didn't get through.
I don't believe you. Yeah, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is definitely.
Oh fuck.
Come back.
Anyway.
Yeah, go play RE7 VR.
Terrifying.
That shit is like next level scary. For VR, especially.
Just like waking up in the morning.
Yes. Now, if only they made Helldivers VR. Helldivers 2.
No!
Yeah. That's what that scene would look like. Just in VR, you're diving down the planet, and you just see from the inside out of the Hellpod. That's crazy. You just fucking slam on the ground, a Hellpod opens, you just alright, let me grab my gun, let's start firing against these bugs and fucking automatons.
Yeah, and then what happens when you're diving 90% of the time to dodge shit?
Yes.
You're eating dirt.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If I'm in VR mode, all right, I'm immersed. A fucking stalker is gonna kill me in real life. Yes. I'm gonna have a heart attack if that thing pops up behind me and all of a sudden I'm flying in the air and I'm going, what? I already freak out when it happens now.
Imagine what it looks like when you're flying. Oh my god. Damn. That
I scream more in Helldivers than I would in a fucking car accident. Crazy. What a crazy order this podcast has gone in. Because, Destinoto, what have you played?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, everybody.
Honestly, I don't know why Genesis went to you first, but I just let it go. You know what I mean? He doesn't care, you know. It's like his own topic anyways, every time.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like Destinoto's own topic.
Oh.
When he talks about what he's played, because it goes on for quite a while.
Oh, the packaging is next level as well. The packaging's real good.
I can imagine.
Sony has upped their packaging game. Not only is it more eco-friendly, but it is like legit nice for everything now.
I'm keeping the box for transporting.
Yeah.
This is technically a Christmas present from my family, so.
Your family bought you VR
place on Christmas. Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
Wow.
My family's like, here's $1.
Fuck yourself. This year, usually my family doesn't do a whole lot for Christmas, but then they're like, hey, we're really good off. And like, we're not going to be here forever. We should probably like help out our kids and give them some money. And they were like, here's what you could use for Christmas, or you can also pay bills with it. You all decide. And I was like, oh, hot damn.
I'm getting a VR2. Kevin, that was for a house. Mom and Dad, I don't know. I don't think you know how much a house is. Getting a VR2. Then I'm going to go play House Flipping Simulator 2. Not even. I'm going to play 1 because it's cheaper than 2. Because I spent all my money on this VR2. Anyways. Doesn't know what you play, what you watch, what you do.
Oh,
damn it.
You had.
Damn it, I had this.
Oh my god.
What
No,
happened?
it's for a thing on my phone.
Oh man, I studied for the test and everything, and now it's here.
Oh no!
Oh no, I'm not gonna pass. I didn't study enough, even though I spent all last night looking at a textbook.
You guys ever take a test and then you go into the test and you're like, I studied for this. I'm fucking ready. And then you get there and you're like, I studied the wrong shit. Oh, fuck.
No, not the wrong shit.
I've got a better one.
I've
got a better one. You've literally photogenically memorized everything that you need to pass the test. You go to the test, you look at the test, and all of a sudden it all empties out of your brain. You're like, what? Where did all my information go? Why can't I remember anything? What's going on? Who am I?
Any test I studied for, I did bad on. Any test I did not study for, I did so well on.
I think it has to do with memory retention or something
It's
like that.
it's about I just get more nervous the longer I study, and by the time I get to the test, I freeze. So if I don't study, if I just casually go, hey, what's this fact? Ooh, look at that, cool, all right, yeah, War of 1812, haha, and then boom, done, easy.
That actually explains how you are when you think of things. Huh, interesting.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
yeah. You just know these things right off the top of your head. That explains a lot.
Yeah, that's why I remember like 90% of the things that other people don't remember is because there's no pressure to remember them. So I just remember them. If there's pressure to remember things like 18 plus 5, and I'm like, 20 something, 23. I got there. Give me a minute. Calm down. You work at a bank. Fuck you. All right.
Not wrong.
I don't even do math there.
I know.
I know. Math than both of y'all.
Yeah, you do more math. Look at it.
Yeah.
Do.
Got him. Getting plans all quarter. Anyway, Destin, are you ready? Do you remember what you did?
Yes.
Quarters.
All right.
4.
Okay.
Kevin, that was the Mauser, by the way.
I watched a bunch of Courage the Cowardly Dog episodes because it's on Max now. Or maybe it was for a while and I didn't know, but yeah, it's on now.
The things I do for love.
Yeah, see here, right?
Yeah, see? Why do we both go into that?
I watched that episode too.
Yeah, see?
The giant purple foot.
Yeah.
With the toes.
Why do we both do that?
I was just imagining something up out of my head. I was like, hey, he's getting these characters down.
You can help us rob a bank, see?
Yeah, see?
Return the slab.
I'm a snowman.
I watched that one too.
I'm a snowman.
That was, God, as a child, that was the most traumatizing, scary episode I've ever seen in my life. I had nightmares for that. You know what I had nightmares of when I was a kid? In Banjo-Kazooie, the second one, when that Jinjo King dies and he walks out as a zombie, I had so many nightmares about that. Very off topic, and I'm sorry. I just remembered that. I'm like, I gotta say that. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Destinato.
Yeah.
Courage definitely specializes in getting that dark atmosphere in a children's cartoon. Perfect show for doing that.
We were both right. Mauser is the company that makes the gun. The pistol is the C96, and there are also rifles.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that there were also rifles, but they had like a longer name.
Yeah.
It's a shame the creator, he made other shows. I was looking it up.
Was the creator a pedophile like all the other cartoon creators from back in the day?
No,
Jesus
he actually
Christ.
made other things, and he's
Oh.
pretty
Just
notable.
like Finn the goldfish.
Notable director guy.
That's good. That's good.
Animator, actor, writer, director, storyboard artist, producer. John R. Dilworth. He has made a bunch of other things since then. Couple things that did actually go back to Courage. There's that one matchup with Courage and Scooby-Doo that he did. And then he also did a little CGI special in 2014 called The Fog of Courage. And the things he did was...
It was supposed to be a revival of the show.
Yeah, and he was working on something for Courage, like a... I don't know if it was a continuation or a prequel or something, but it ended up turning into something else entirely, unfortunately. So we will most likely never see Courage again in any new
I
production.
think we will.
Oh, yeah?
I think we'll see Courage again.
Oh.
Kevin,
Maybe.
what does this fish give? I'm sorry. That threw me.
Well, because I made that comment that maybe you didn't hear.
Oh. I'm sorry, Destin, to continue. But I do think Courage eventually will come back.
Yeah, he's working on Goblins of Litter. I don't know if it's a show or a movie, but it either came out or it was coming out this year. Then another thing called Howl If You Love Me, which is to be announced. And a bunch of other works. Very notable guy.
But Courage is in isn't he in Multiverses now?
I think he is.
Yeah, because he's part of the Cartoon Network. Oh man.
Oh, Courage. What a show! Yeah, it'll come back. A lot of people like it still.
Yeah. I watched just earlier today. I had it on while I was working. It's fucking what the hell? Which one was it? The Final Destination. I think it's the fourth one. I just had
The
on
race car one?
So I watched that. Yeah, the racetrack one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you're still making your way through that franchise, right?
I think I watched all of them.
You saw the fifth one?
Let's see. Destination. Final Destination 5, yeah.
With the suspension bridge?
Wait a second. I remember the laser eye thing. 5? 5. And then the Olympics girl.
That wasn't 4?
Why is it showing? It's showing the laser eye surgery thing in pictures for 5.
Yeah, the Olympics is 5 too.
Oh yeah, the suspension bridge when they were all on the bus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was waiting for the next one, and then they never made it. So.
Oh yeah. Did we ever talk about the ending to 5?
I'm not sure.
Or starts with 1.
What, with the plane?
Yeah.
Oh. I must have forgot about that. Oh, what the fuck? My leg. Well, apparently there's another one coming called Final Destination Bloodlines.
Can't wait.
The 6th installment, and 2025, and there's no release date yet, though.
Makes sense.
So I have to wait. Apparently, they were supposed to do 2 back-to-back films after 5 was shot.
I don't think 5 did well.
Yeah. So I guess that's why that never happened.
Also, I think 4 was like super like into 3D, and then 5 like did some 3D.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, 4 was definitely super 3D.
Yeah, because it had the car tire. I remember that.
Yeah, the car tires, the pieces of the car shrapnel,
Yeah.
the hydraulic tanks, all that shit. Trucks, big old trucks. Yeah, just a little series. They're fun watches. That's all. Fun little watches. Let's see. Then there was episode 4. Episode 4 of The Penguin. And before we dive into this, I just want to do a short thing of Uzumaki, episode 3. I'm still watching this show only out of my love for Junji Ito himself, not for anybody else, including the people who made this production. Aside from the first episode, I really wish it was just the first episode thing, like 1 episode and done, rather than they pull out the dog shit that is the rest of these episodes. But, this next episode showed a lot more the gruesome creatures and spontaneous happenings of this town. That's in Uzumaki. So many just strange, off-putting shit happens one after the other. So the spirals, right? It still infects everybody's minds and stuff, and oh my god, they had this disgusting, just entirely, god. So it had to do with pregnant women, right? They're all getting rushed to the hospital because something's happening and they can't survive at that moment in time, so they have to go in the hospital and get IVs and shit to kind of just recover. And they have their babies. Some of them are still pregnant. And the ones who are still pregnant, the way they're recovering is they're going around the hospital at night, taking a handheld drill and drilling into people and drinking all their blood, while also brainwashing them with the spiral thing that's infected their minds. And there's like an army of them just walking around the hospital, just drilling people with handheld drills and sucking their blood like it's a fucking smoothie. And then we go to this sequence with the babies in the little nursery care room that hospitals have for like newborns and shit. And the babies are talking to each other about how they need to go back into the womb that they came out of, to, what was it? I think just to like grow. But the freakiest thing was that these babies were talking to each other, and they're literally newborns. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it goes to a part where the people in the hospital were being fed this food, but this food was actually a mushroom that grows from these babies' stomachs. Like a stalk of mushroom growing out of their belly like an umbilical cord. And the patients are eating these mushrooms. And then it goes to another pregnant woman who got the baby sewn back into her belly, and now she's walking around sucking people's blood like smoothies again. But all she needs is her tongue now, because her tongue is a swirly, handheld blood-sucking device.
Sure.
The fuck?
I don't understand where he comes up with these ideas, and they're so unsettling to watch. There's also a scene with a what do we call that bug? Jimmy?
Oh, Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah, Greg's.
Yeah, there was that coming out of this woman's ear.
Jimmy is the funniest fucking answer to that.
Yeah, there was this hospital. So this woman who had gotten hospitalized is in the hospital because she saw her husband curled into a spiral inside a flat tub that's about maybe like 6 inches tall and maybe a diameter of, I don't know, 3 feet. Her husband spiraled himself into this tub, effectively killing himself because he was so obsessed with the spirals. And so her seeing that traumatized her for the rest of her life, basically. And any spiral that she sees, whether it's on your fingertips or in your hair or on a diagram, just makes her go crazy. So then the Greg that was coming out of her ear, right, she pulled it out and she started screaming and everything. And she goes to her doctor and she sees a diagram of the ear, and there's like a spiral thing on the diagram showing like in a medical diagram and like inside the ear canal. And she's like freaking out, and she goes back to her room and she's seeing visions of her husband spiraling a tornado inside her IV bag. And he's like taunting her and saying there's a spiral in your ear, and she's freaking out. And then it's showing him going through the IV bag, through the tube, all the way into her arm. She pulls out the arm, she freaks out, and she runs away. But yeah, that was some of the stuff I saw in this episode. If you like The weird shit that Junji Ito creates. Go read the manga. Or watch episode 1 and be done with the show. Yeah, that was just a little gist of what stuff is in his stories. Uzumaki is probably one of his most famous, most popular stories he's written, next to like Tomie. But yeah, as bad as the quality of the show is, it's still fun seeing the characters animated. But yeah, that's there's one more episode left in Uzumaki, so that'll be next week. I'll go over that.
He's still making a bunch of books now, like manga, the newer series that he does. Is he making newer ones?
He's
now?
always writing.
Always okay.
And
I'm
drawing.
stupid. I only know of the one that the one he's making the show about now because I remember reading one of the mangas for it, but I didn't know if he was still making.
Yeah, he's I don't know how he consistently makes and
he's sick in the head. That's what it is.
He writes and draws everything like he doesn't even. If you go on Amazon, you type his name, there's probably at least 1 or 2 books that are like coming out soon, and one maybe in the future.
There's also handcuffs that come out.
That haven't come out yet. So.
The police also knock on your door.
For what?
Nothing. I'm making a dumb joke. Anyway, keep going.
I eventually want to get all of his books, but he does have a lot, so it'll take some time.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, I guess we'll go into the Penguin now.
Oh,
another fantastic fucking episode.
What the fuck?
The episode that I didn't know that I thought I wanted.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Like,
I mean, like, what the fuck?
Sophia is oh my god.
What a fucking travesty of a life. What a horrible God. Carmine Falcone is literally the worst person in this universe.
Yeah.
Like you know he murders people. Like you knew he strangled women because of the first movie. Because of the movie, he strangles women. They scratch him, and he hits them and strangles them, and then they go into this a little bit more in the show, and it's like, oh my god, he's a bad guy.
There's so much history that they go over in 1 hour. It's so insane.
It is nuts. I'm a little upset Summer Gleason's dead, but whatever. That's not important. Even though she's a pretty good reporter in the DC verse, but whatever. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Magpie, shame. Also a named villain from the comics. Also, wonderful portrayal by the lady who played Magpie. Just absolutely kooky and crazy.
Yeah.
Every Arkham, terrifying, awful, the worst.
Good lord, that prison, those prisoners.
Yeah, Arkham has not been nailed in live action before to this degree. And Arkham is its own character in the comics and even in video games. Arkham is literally a nightmare place to go. And this show has proven that Arkham is a nightmare place to go, and that going to there is literally worse than the crime you've committed, probably.
Than dying, yeah.
Yeah, that lady who repeated stuff, who was really tall, and then was like, "End me, please, please, please." I was like, "Oh God, oh Jesus." I'm like, why am I getting what is this? Just also the Carmine Falcone, the guy who played him in the movie, John Turturro, was filming another TV show, so he couldn't come back for this. So they recast with Mark Strong, And Mark Strong plays Carmine Falcone.
I forgot he was playing him.
Yeah, Mark Strong plays him a little differently in this. And in this, at first I was like, oh, he's like so like gangster sounding. And then then the line he says to Sophia, like, why you going? Why you picking at old wounds, festering them? You know, that makes me upset. And I was like, oh, fuck, don't cross this guy. Like, that line turned me around to his character. And I was like, damn, I kind of wish he was in the movie. But at the same time, like, John Turturro was also so good. What?
Yeah.
Nothing, never mind.
But, like, God, oh my God. Just every scene with every character. So, I mean, the fucking Sophia just fucking... Oh my God. Oh my God. That woman can act.
She needs her own goddamn movie.
That woman needs whatever she wants. She should get. I don't understand, like, her, like, being, like, talking to Alberto in the prison, being like, you can't do this. Like, are you kidding me? Like, she is... It's horrifying. What happens to her is literally horrifying.
Yeah.
And it goes on for 10 years. Like, ugh.
She has that last conversation with her brother. She has that on her face, just that all her hope of anything good happening is just completely gone. She's past
She snaps.
Yeah.
She's nothing like, you guys have
nothing at all remaining.
What?
It's all gone, nothing at all.
Alright.
Nothing
but
at all.
She gets to a point where it's like, you fucking want me to be this? I'll be this. And she snaps, and then she screams, I told you I was telling the truth. And it's like, at first you'd be like, what do you mean? How the fuck does that prove you were telling the truth? It's like, no, I told you I was, because now you finally did it. You fucking broke me.
Yeah.
And I would not have lasted that long. Day one. No. Day one, I would have been like, nah, I'm done.
The shock therapy, oh my God.
Yeah, everything. Everything was awful.
The food,
everything was horrible.
That first slop of food they showed in the episode just looked like
black tar.
Melted shit.
Yeah, it looked terrible. It looked absolutely terrible.
Like, what even is that?
And then when Magpie was eating the bliss, like the candy, and it just was so blood red. I'm like, what the fuck?
And
this is a nightmare. On her
teeth and
the one Riddler's in, the maximum security part of Arkham, seems way nicer. I just
yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
10 years.
10 years. And then she's like, the whole Julian Rush shit, I'm just going to skip past, because, like, that guy was like, maybe I did think you're attractive, because I'm not blind. But whatever. But, like, and then she goes to a party, in a dress, you know.
Oh my God.
Who can remember what the dress looked like? But, like, and she has that wonderful speech, and she takes a little girl out to a garden. And she goes back. No. She saves her. And then she goes back into the house. She killed everybody else. Except Johnny Vitti, baby. Johnny Vitti's gonna be like, what the fuck, Sophia?
He's gonna be your fucking dog forever.
She has no blackmail on him anymore.
Yeah.
Because Luca dead. Throughout this whole episode, I was like, what the fuck is Penguin gonna do?
It doesn't seem like she's a force he can deal with. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Also, idiot plan by Sal Maroni's wife. Hey, you're screwing us over, Oz. She has an interesting voice. That's what you get. She sounds like Oz. Don't worry about it. She's like, you're screwing us over, Oz. Like, hey, Alberto. And she's looking at him like, you fucking piece of shit. I'm going to rip your face off. But then also in the flashbacks, it seems like they were nice to each other. Until she wasn't one time. And he just was like, nope. And then it was cool how that one cop came back too. From the movie. That arrested Sophia. Because he was the one that Batman broke his nose.
Oh, I didn't remember.
And the one who confessed
I should probably watch the movie
Falcone
again
was,
so I can get refreshed.
Yeah, the one that...
With all the,
he was on the rooftop where they played the recording of Falcone strangling Annika. And he was like, no, everybody in the city works for him. It's like, oh, fuck! But yeah, it's like, it was cool that he was brought back, and it's like, oh my god! Just everything about it. Why? Honestly, wild that she's not really the Hangman.
Yeah, I was totally convinced.
Because I mean, in the comics, she is the Hangman. She's also a much larger lady. She's like 6'6". And
damn.
Yeah, and she's like, and she's kind of looks like a caveman in the face. Like she's not supposed to be really attractive or anything. She is just a very large, almost Russian-looking, like stereotype of a 1980s Russian bad woman.
Wow.
But in the show, they've turned her into something. I mean, someone you're rooting for most of the time, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my god, this episode wild. I really hope we get a Penguin flashback now, because I would love to see what happened to him.
Like right after, in that 10 years?
No, like what happened to his face and his foot.
Oh. Right.
I would assume that's something when he was a kid that happened to him. And then he just keeps going. I don't know, man. Like, I just love everything about this. And then when fucking Oz is selling Sophia out in the very beginning of this episode, oh my god! And he's doing it again, like, it was all for you. I'm doing it for you. Hey! Like,
I'm doing it for you.
Like, oh my god, he really just talks his way, and she's just looking at. Oh my god, this episode was just nonstop. Oh, holy shit! Holy shit! My friend Alex, he watched it today, and he's like, "Oh, I just finished episode 3," and I was like, "That was actually my favorite episode." And I said, like, it gets crazy. Like him and Sophia, like Penguin and Sophia are carrying the show. I mean, everybody else is great, but like every scene they're in, they steal from each other. Like they're just great. And he was like, she's fine too, so even better, LOL. And I was like, yeah, wait until the next episode. And he's like, she bang Oz? I'm like, what? No. And then he texted me, just finished Sentani. Holy shit. I'm like, holy shit indeed. Because it's just one of those episodes where it ends and you go, holy shit. It's probably going to be the standout episode of the season. This is going to be the one where it's like, the rest of the show is great, but this episode did something completely different. It's like the Fishes or the Forks episode in The Bear. It's like, hey, all of them are great, but those ones, they did something different.
And both of these, I guess, take place within the dinner.
Yeah.
Happening at some point.
Yeah.
Family dinners.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I will say, that chocolate cake looked delicious. Okay, also, I have a question. It's a weird question. This is going to sound weird to everybody else, too. When she did the meatball thing, was she really hot? When she was eating the meatball and then made the face to the little girl. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I do. I just don't.
For some reason, I was like, damn. Like, even with this. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why.
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
She makes this face that is so funny, but also like, what's going on there? Oh, here you go. I got a good picture of it.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta be honest, in this still photo, it looks kind of haunting. But when she did that, I was like, okay, picking up what you're putting down. Maybe it's because she was being goofy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like, you never see her with that face.
Yeah.
The entire show.
I mean, you never see her with that face.
Or even like any like goofy or joking face. She's always very, very serious and very I don't even know if you can call her. I mean, she is calm, but like inside she's like.
She looks like she's about to snap at any moment.
Burst, exactly. Yeah. But she keeps her cool for appearances
except when
at
she's
all
eating.
Times.
But I understand now why she eats like that, because I saw the food she ate. So.
Right.
I get it. I eat like that too.
Bowl of melted shit.
Yeah. Sophia, what are you doing? I'm supporting Uncle Luca. Like, get out of here. That food looked good too.
Oh, yeah, and she just takes the food. She just takes food.
But oh my god, I'm so curious what the next episode is. Her walking through that house in that dress. Oh my god. Waking Frankie up and just being like, are we gonna pick up again right at that scene with Penguin in the car with Vic? Are we gonna pick up at that episode
and they're
in the next episode?
Fucking
somewhere. Speeding somewhere, and then we'll get a flashback for him. Like, I don't fucking know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm so worried about everybody.
They're doing such a good job at making the show like just go in directions we did not think was gonna happen or even be possible.
No, I did not expect. I mean, I expected the show to be really good, and I honestly expected to like Sophia a lot. Not just because the actress is attractive or anything, because I knew she was a good actress. But I just felt like, I really like the Batman, so I just felt like this show was going to be something special. But just the way that this show continues to surprise me, and I think you as well, like,
every episode
it's not like a knockoff of The Sopranos or a knockoff of any other crime thing. It's clearly still a Batman thing, like it's still in that universe, and it's clearly a comic book thing, but it's clearly a crime drama.
Yeah.
And character development and growth are in here all over the place. Like, I know who most of these people are.
At all.
Yeah.
There's only like Capo reference.
Yeah,
I guess the way some
Italian
of them talk,
mafia things.
But that's literally it. There's no other connection or similarity, I'd say, with Sopranos being a very different show.
But like, this show has just been incredible week to week. I can't wait until Sunday. I just can't. I'm just so excited to be like, what the fuck is gonna happen?
Yeah.
Still got half the season left.
Oh my god. So many episodes.
Oh, it's only 4.
It feels like more.
Yeah, the week to week, I like the week to week. This is one of the ones where I'm like, this should be week to week.
Yeah. Get to absorb everything.
Yeah.
And those after credit things too.
I didn't see one on this one.
Scenes. Oh, you didn't? See?
No, I went through the whole thing too. I didn't see anything.
It was, it should be right after the preview.
Yeah, I didn't even see a preview.
Huh.
I wonder if it was like added later.
Maybe. Yeah, because it was definitely right after the credits, then the preview, and then it shows the behind the penguin stuff. I mean, they were mostly talking about how they did that episode with making Sophia's character, the way she is, from like her dress selection to her hair to her eye makeup, every little thing they pinpointed to like make it so that she is this walking force of chaos in this episode.
Yeah, whoever picked that dress, they win.
Oh yeah, that person is on the thing too. They're speaking for a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to heaven.
Yes.
They're going to wherever
Good Lord.
they need to go.
That yellow, so striking.
That wine bottle was in the way when she was moving her chair in, though. Pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're not here for that. It's just bonus.
Just a bonus.
Oh, what a show.
What show?
Can't wait. That episode is at 9.5 on IMDb.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is extremely high.
Oh, Bliss has a 9.1. So far, the second episode is ranked the lowest at an 8.5. But yeah, all right. You watch or play anything else? You've been playing Stellar Blade, or you just stop that still?
Of course you wouldn't be. You wouldn't even finish that.
No, I haven't got back to it. My fingers, my thumb in particular, it's very dry. And when I use the control sticks on the DualSense, it makes the eroding skin worse. To give background, I also have eczema on my hands. So especially in the cold time now, it's gotten way worse, where it's like cracking a little bit. So I'm probably just gonna wait till this gets a little better, because when I was playing it and it wasn't this cold, it was still like irritating my skin quite a bit. Weirdly, it was just my right thumb too. I guess because I'm moving the camera a lot.
Probably.
And my left thumb is not as bad, so.
Lotion doesn't help?
It does. I just can't put it on that much because I'm not gonna touch things with lotion on my hands.
Lotion and gloves.
Oh.
Get 2 pics in, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I
One of these days I'll go back and finish it.
Yeah.
One of these days when I'm dead.
Oh.
Jesus.
I'm like, oh yeah. I thought Genesis. I finished Stellar Blade. What a great game. Oh wait, I forgot. He's already dead.
He died 42 years ago.
Yeah. 42. Wow. That's all I got left. Damn.
What?
Well, he said hello, so.
That could be 43 years from now.
No.
You could die tomorrow.
Oh God, that's even shorter. God, I gotta play the rest of the games.
What?
That's the first thing that comes. Yeah. No, that's the right reaction. You're like, that's
You
the
already
first thing that
played
comes
it
to your mind.
though.
No, I said I gotta play the rest of the games. The rest of my games.
Oh, your backlog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get that's what you're thinking about.
You see, that's the reaction I expected. You're
Not
like,
your family.
yeah, no, you don't want to see your daughter? No.
No, honestly, leave them while they're young.
Oh God, the memory is just imprinted in my brain as I'm
Yeah,
dying. That's what I remember.
yeah. And then when they get older, they're just inspired because their dad died young. You know what I mean? This is why
Why
men's
did this turn
suicide
into
rates
a
are higher.
I want to be inspirational for my children. I'm gonna go die young.
They'd be inspired to work even harder.
I've seen a lot of Disney movies where the daughters are great people because their dad died when they were young.
I guess I know what I
I
gotta
thought you
do.
were a real Disney fan.
I am. I guess I know what I gotta do next.
Please
Now
do.
the question is, how do I go out in Disney? That's how I gotta do it. Just go out there, and I die there.
But let's remember, these are all movies.
Maybe I should die in It's a Small World. That'd be the last thing I'm.
These are all just movies.
Local man murdered by the Moana actress.
Oh, that's a way to go. That's the way to go. To be honest, if there's one of the Disney princesses I'd rather kill me, it'd probably be Elsa.
Why?
Oh.
She could freeze me to death. I wouldn't feel it as much.
You know the actress doesn't really have freeze powers, right?
Don't take the magic away from me, okay? Don't
Oh,
take it away.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, she frees you. Local man is found in the ice box cooler at a fucking Disney restaurant because he said, "No, this is my Elsa." The park will not pay out his settlement because he signed up for Disney Plus.
I gotta say, one of the most exciting cameos I've been not cameos. One of the most exciting meet and greets I've wanted to see now is Deadpool. Everybody, people post videos of Deadpool of a Deadpool they'll see in Disney. Whoever's doing the Deadpool, I know they're all different actors, but like they're doing it like spot on, and it's really funny. It's hilarious. There's one like where he outright insults somebody because they made some like booing sound in the crowd, and he just fucking stopped, looked at him, and just insulted them, and just went right back to telling his story, and the crowd was like laughing. I mean, that's what they have to do, I guess, as Deadpool. But he didn't, he wasn't mean about it. It was just like, a funny insult that he threw at him.
I mean,
I was like, oh, that's fucking funny.
If you're offended, you went there for that. Come on now.
Well, yeah, you went there to go.
You're not going there to hug Deadpool.
No, you're going there to have Deadpool tell you look like a bitch. He can't curse at you, but he'll say some stuff about you.
I hope that the actor has like a thing on him, like where it bleeps him.
There was one that I saw like that. Somebody said something to him when they were meeting him. It was part of the Wolverine and Deadpool meet and greet, so Wolverine was there. And somebody cut him off, and he had to bleep himself or something like that. And it was so fucking funny. He was saying something, and it bleeped. And that, like, I don't know if it was maybe edited. You can't tell with the videos, though. Like, I had to be there in person to see if he actually did it, because it could have just been the fucking edit in the video.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just to make it sound like he curses somebody or whatever, but like, I know they have strict rules, but Deadpool's like the first character that's walking around Disney now that, can just outright call you out and be like, hey, why do you look like that?
I've seen, who's that one, the push-up guy from Beauty and the Beast?
Gaston.
Yeah, he does that too.
Yeah, so he just roasts people, but like, I don't know if he insults you.
I'm pretty sure he's insulting people.
The same thing?
I'm pretty sure I've seen videos where he's insulting people.
Oh, okay. I know the sisters insult you too. So the Anastasia and Drizella, if you see them, they'll talk. They'll tell you look poor.
That's the second time you brought them up this podcast.
I am poor.
No.
What, the name? I mean, the sisters you're talking
Yeah, the
about?
sisters. Yeah, the second
Oh,
time.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
the evil queen will walk around, but she'll just act like she's way proud, and then so another villain I'd watch
I saw a
around
video
too.
on Reddit where Mickey knocked over a kid.
Get over.
No. So is
Was
it the
it
kid
Mickey?
with is it the kid who was walking right into like the
Yeah.
middle of
Oh yeah.
Mickey
No, it
walking
wasn't
away?
Mickey's fault at all.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
And
the
then Mickey
context,
was
and I
like,
love that
"Fucking
video.
here, hold your
Yes.
fucking
Oh
kid's
my
hand."
fucking god,
And the
I loved
handlers
it.
are like, and then he like looks at his handlers like, "Why the fuck did you not stop this from happening? You should have." But he's
So there
like,
was
"Give
a
me your fucking hand."
yeah, there was a there was a little kid who I guess he looked like his father. It could have been his grandfather too.
I
I
think it
don't
was
know.
his
The guy
dad.
looked old. So the kid walked away from the dad, and instead of like he walked into Mickey, he tripped and fell. Not Mickey, but the kid. Mickey then helps the kid up and is looking for the father. The father walks over, and instead of instinctually going to be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm getting my kid," he pulls his fucking phone out to get a picture of him. And Mickey was like, "No, no, 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 no." He wags his finger at him, puts his phone down, and takes his hand, makes him hold his kid's hand, looks at him, and is like, "Kid, watch the child. Stop watching the phone."
Yeah, he like points and
and
shit. It is so
yeah, yeah,
funny.
yeah. It's so good, so good. And people were like giving Mickey like credit. They're like,
Oh
"Fucking
yeah,
good
props
fucking
to that
job,
actor.
Mickey."
And then somebody in the comments was like, his handlers are supposed to look out for that, and I didn't even see them at first. And then I watched the video again, and I saw that Mickey has handlers. And then like they notice the kid, but then they don't react. But then when he's knocked down, then they kind of react, and then Mickey like looks at them at the end too. Like that Mickey was on it. Like
Yeah.
holy shit.
Some of the so any of the Mickeys that I've met, minus one. There was one that wasn't that great. Maybe I don't know. It could have been like just a day of the week. I don't know what the fuck, because they have to be like their handlers not only watch them to protect them, but they watch them to grade them too. Like especially if they don't act in character. If they're in, yeah, it's a fun fact I learned from watching DFB Guide. Cause and that girl who does the skits on YouTube about like hotels and shit,
Oh yeah.
she worked in Disney for a time as a cast member, and this was like one of the things she was talking about, where like if you are in costume and not out in the parade, but inside somewhere where you are a meet and greet for somebody, your handlers not only protect you, but they also watch you for like, because they're usually senior members of the cast. They watch you to see if you behave in a certain way. So like, especially the princesses who don't have a mask on their face, if they don't smile and act like the people they're trying to portray, and they, maybe they're having a bad day or whatever, and they're just, they're not in it today, they get like fucking severely graded on that, and that goes straight back to, them on their scorecard or something like that, and it affects their pay and all that, and it's like, damn, okay. They know what they're signing up for too. Like they go in because they want to get these roles, because essentially it preps them for bigger roles, either in Disney or outside of Disney as an actor or actress. Anyway, long story short, I I've met a couple of the Mickeys. I've met him in his like safari outfit, his sorcerer's outfit, his tuxedo. There was another one. I think I met him as a magician too.
Mm.
The best one I've ever met was the magician. Like he was doing magic tricks in front of my kids. I was like, what the fuck? This Mickey is insane. And then there was one that like my wife complained about a little bit. This sorcerer's hat one. The second
Oh
time
yeah.
around. The first time it was good. For some reason, this actor was just so. He just didn't seem like he was like invested to take my kid and like make it magical or whatever. I was fine. I wasn't upset with him or anything. It's just like she kind of noticed that, and she was like, "Why didn't he like? He didn't act like the way he usually does." And I like the handler saw that, and she gave like my one of my daughters an extra like sticker or two, and she told her, "Hey, if you want to come back and see Minnie Mouse or anything, come back around." And I'm like, "The fuck?" And I later on, my wife was like, I think she did that because she saw I was like kind of pissed at me because he didn't fucking walk up to her like the way he usually does, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm fine with him. He was okay. The best one was definitely the fucking magician one. That fucking Mickey. My God, he had a wand and everything. They props to them with the big fucking hands too. They grabbed the pens and the pencils and they're able to sign perfectly. I'm like, how the
They probably
fuck
go
do
through a
you do
lot of
that?
training for that.
They do.
Yeah.
They do go through a lot of them. And thank God they're in those air-conditioned areas too for those particular guys. But, yeah, I'm sorry. That led on a tangent.
No.
I thought of it and I was like,
I saw that video. It was a great video. So like, I thought
yeah,
it was worth
I was happy to
mentioning.
see that. I was like, that's good. Good job, Mickey. Good job. He was in his Halloween outfit too. Funny enough, he had vampire teeth.
Oh.
How the fuck did we get on that topic anyway?
How do we get anywhere?
How do we get anywhere?
I mean,
Kevin, that's a good
that's
question.
true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Certainly don't
how I
walk.
was gonna die if I went to Disney because I wanted to be an inspirational thing for my daughter.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what we got there. Wow, what a tangent that took, man. Oh my God.
What a sign. What a co-tangent.
What a man, what a
Myself, don't
man, what
worry.
a my good man.
Well, I don't even know what time is it. What time is it right now?
Who knows?
Almost one.
Yeah,
104.
This intro took way longer than I expected.
Intro. We had Kevin's topic.
Well, this is still what we usually just start the podcast with, right?
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it went from hey, let's start this out to hey, let's finish this.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
Yeah. Anything noteworthy you want to talk about before we go? I know Helldivers had a patch, but none of us have played it to be able to say like, oh, it's this and that. Anything noteworthy in the gaming world we want to talk about? I think Xbox is having a preview for some shit for third party.
Fucked again, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else is new though? Xbox is fucking everything they have.
Bethesda's crying. They're like, oh my God, the people who buy our games hate us. What are we gonna do? Can't possibly meet their expectations for
Now
Elder Scrolls 6.
wait till Call of Duty releases and watch how vocal Xbox is gonna be. They'll be like, this has been the most successful Call of Duty launch that we've ever had in history. I know, because the Call of Duties
the
are the
power grid
best.
fucking goes down.
Oh my God. Great.
Little
fun
after
fact.
midnight, we all lose power. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Fun fact, too. A lot of people were making a bunch of skits of how Call of Duty was feeling threatened by Dragon Ball Sparking Zero because it was the number one selling game for a while. And it overtook Call of Duty as the most pre-ordered game up until its release.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Usually no games do that, especially when it's close to the release of Call of Duty. They don't really overtake Call of Duty in terms of pre-orders or sales. But there was a bunch of skits, not just from like even Mighty Keith. It was even from a couple of the dudes I saw making just skits about that. I was like, what the fuck? Trying to think. Anything else noteworthy? I don't think we talked about Shadows getting delayed till February now, right? We talked about it in the chat, but we didn't talk about it in the cast at all. We didn't mention it in the cast. That's
yeah, we
all.
did. You asked me about it. Yeah, you asked me about it, and then I said like.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Is that gonna affect your decision or anything? I'm stupid. I did ask that.
And I said, good. I'm glad they delayed it. They're like, we want to put out a more quality product. And I think anybody can respect that.
You see, they're contemplating whether they want to go up for sale now. Ubisoft.
Yeah.
They're contemplating.
I follow all Ubisoft news. I just choose not to share it in the chat.
No, it's fine. I get it. I mean, I laughed at the Assassin's Creed.
I mean, most of the time it's just not worth talking about, not because of how you'll react or anything. Just most of the time it's not like, I don't know, important news. Because it's mostly about like takeovers and how they're like, oh, we might team up with Tencent and save Ubisoft, but 90% of the people think that Yves Guillemot is a problem, and there's a lot of issues with Ubisoft. They get a lot of credit for a lot of things that rightfully so they deserve, but other points where it's like you I don't know. You've created the Ubisoft generic open world formula that is so loved by so many people and is in so many games because of how influential it is, but at the same time like you've diluted your own thing that you've created, not because other games are doing it, but because you refuse to innovate. And when you do innovate, you innovate in a direction that's not even innovation. It's just you're completely changing what and you're losing everything about it. It's just Ubisoft is so weird. They're so weird. Like I just want like I think there's a lot of people out there like yeah, give me an Assassin's Creed game every 2 years. Like that's fine. Like we'll take an Assassin's
I think they're
Creed game
shifting
every 2
anyway
years.
to an every two. They're shifting away from the every year model now to.
Well, they backed off from that a while
multi-year.
ago, and now it's been every 2 years for the last like I don't know 4 years or something. Because Valhalla came out, and then 2 years later, Mirage came out.
I thought Valhalla and Mirage came out back to back.
I'm pretty sure they were separate.
I thought Valhalla came out in 22, right?
Was it 22?
Yeah, I think that was 22, and then Mirage came out in 23. I don't think they adopted the one. They adopted the switching every 1 year, but it's now they're going to go to 2 years between, or two to three, I think.
Valhalla was 2020.
Oh, that's 2020?
Yeah, and then Mirage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, there was a delay and stuff for them too.
Did they intend on releasing it back to back?
I don't know, because I think the 2 year thing they announced a while ago. I think it was when Mirage was coming out. They're like, we do it every 2 years. Because before Valhalla, I don't remember a game. What came out in 2019? Nothing. Odyssey came out in 2018.
Oh, wasn't it Assassin's Creed like VR or something like that?
I'm not counting that.
Oh.
I'm not. If it's not a mainline game, I'm not counting it. You know what I mean?
When did Origins come out?
That was before.
That was way back.
That was
the last one that I was even contemplating playing.
That was either 2017 or 16.
I was right after Syndicate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Syndicate was 15. I thought. No, Syndicate was 16. I think. Unity was 15. Syndicate was 16.
And then that was 17.
And then Origins was 17. Odyssey was 18. Valhalla was 2020, and Mirage was 2023.
Yeah, because Mirage even got a delay.
Yeah, so they were like they started doing the every other year an Assassin's Creed games coming out, which I think works better. And I'm totally down for an every other year Assassin's Creed game. Far Cry games too. Like I'm totally down for that, and I hope they do stay alive because they're still what studios. They're still like, as much as they hate it, they're still like that mid-tier developer where they're putting out stuff where it's like, holy shit, like this is really good.
They don't see themselves that way. They think they're a top.
They do see themselves that way. That's what they're talking about. That's what they want to change. Yeah, they want to change it. They want to be a triple A tier developer. They want to be the ones that put out a game that scores 90s and gets like millions of copies sold. That's why Star Wars Outlaws was so disappointing for them, because the reviews weren't that high. Like it sold okay, but if the reviews were higher, it probably would have sold way better. Like
I think it sold like completely under their expectations, even because
it sold under their expectations because the reviews were under their expectations because they again released a broken game. Mm-hmm. And everybody knows they finally realized that everybody knows wait a few months to buy a Ubisoft game because you'll get it for cheaper and you'll get it the best version of it. And you'll probably buy a used copy for half the price. So they were like, okay, we're going to delay Assassin's Creed, and then people criticize them for that. And it's like, okay, you can criticize them for the Torygate thing. You can criticize them for like the if you think they're abusing Japanese history, it's a fucking video game. Like the Torrigate thing is inexcusable, I would say. But like, there's a couple other things where it's like, this is so terrible. It's like, get over it. Like, where the fuck was the outcry when they were doing Egypt or Greece or Italy? like, come on now. Like, get over it. Fucking babies. There's some things you can be mad at, but at the same time, it's not real. It's not based on a real thing. They take elements from history and then they turn them into something else because they can. Because that's what Assassin's Creed games are. It's just, I don't know, the controversy around Ubisoft games is always like a non-story, and then for some reason it's turned into like a big story, and then a developer comes out and says something, and that turns into a story, and it's just so annoying every time.
There was a rumor going around too that they, besides them getting, they wanted to sell, that one of the big guys would buy them, for I don't know what amount of fucking money, because that was never discussed. But
if I was Microsoft or Sony, I would want to purchase them.
Yeah.
Because they have a billion employees, they have a billion studios, they have a billion like IPs, and they have like a legacy kind of, and the top people suck, so replace them with your own. Go in there, boom, boom, done.
We've the era of buying is paused at this point. I don't think we've had a purchase like this whole year. I don't think we've had a purchase.
I think we've had like smaller ones.
Was there this year? I feel like
I don't think by Sony or Microsoft, but there's been purchases this year by something. But they even said like the money that they have now, they're not going to put it into spending it on something because the cash value is it's going lower. So there's no reason to. You put it in something, it's just going to cost astronomical an amount of what it should have cost them.
Yeah.
So it's not so much an investment; it'll be a loss. So they'll keep that cash on reserve, keep it in the stock, do whatever the fuck they want with it, because once you get a lot of cash in this economy, you can kind of do whatever you want with it and build it up, even though everybody else is getting fucked over. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Not much to talk about with Ubisoft.
Yeah. Anything else noteworthy or discussion worthy we talk about, maybe we missed?
That Xbox partner preview that's going on this week. With like official trailers and info for stuff. A lot of those games will be on PlayStation in general. So
I think almost all of them are going to be there, right?
If not all of them. Yeah, Push Square did an article about it, being like, "Hey, if you're curious about PlayStation games, watch that preview. It's only 25 minutes. It's like basic games. I think. It's like,
big. I'm not gonna say big rumor, but like the rumors are getting on fire again of Halo ending up on PlayStation.
I could totally see it.
Yeah, more and more people are covering
at this point.
Saying, "Yay!"
Would love to play some Halo.
It's extremely likely that Halo's going to be jumping on PlayStation.
I'd platinum the trilogy.
It'd be such a weird thing seeing Halo there.
I'd platinum the trilogy. Be fun. Good co-op game.
I don't know whether we get the trilogy. I feel like they would only do Infinite for now, and then later on.
And I 100% think they would not do Infinite now. They would do the original trilogy before anything else.
Oh, because Infinite's the most recent one, and you want to play it.
Because the Master Chief Collection is proven to sell.
I see what you're saying.
And also, it's old. It's like, it's not gonna. I mean, honestly, they probably will sell more on the original Xbox, but it has more length going to other platforms. It has more legs going to other platforms than Infinite probably would be.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then also the whole Unreal Engine thing is why the rumor has started. I don't think they're switching Infinite to Unreal Engine, but there's a rumor.
But the next one they're making.
There's a rumor they're also remaking the original trilogy in Unreal Engine, which is crazy because we've already had the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah. Isn't that a remake of the original 3? Or a remaster?
Yeah, it is. It's a remaster of the original 3, which is nuts because nobody freaked out over that being a remaster. And nobody freaked out about Halo being remade in Unreal Engine. There's like no discussion about it online. I don't know if it's because Xbox IP brand is dying or because people just don't care and only want to yell at Sony or Nintendo for doing it.
Well, I mean, you got to think of it too. Nintendo and Sony are the ones that, as soon as they do something, all of a sudden the gaming community is up in arms about anything that they do, regardless of what it is, because their popularity is higher than Xbox. When Xbox does something, I guess, with quotations, I mean, they do something right, the gaming community sees that, but it doesn't garner as much attention. I mean, anytime PlayStation announces something, it's in the trending for Twitter, right? Or X or whatever the hell it is.
I think Xbox does stuff where people immediately start to yell at them too.
But it doesn't gain fire the way when Nintendo and Sony.
Oh, things for like when Microsoft lays off people, that's the only news story you ever hear about.
Yeah, that's it. Essentially, layoffs, and that's it. If they announce a brand new game, everybody's like, okay.
Right. No, if they announce a brand new game like an established IP like Sony would, then yeah, absolutely, like it'll fly.
I mean, they've announced Halo, Fable, Gears of War. I don't remember. That Halo news I know people were excited.
That Halo news was everywhere, and like the rumor, like they still have brand recognition, and they're still able to create headlines. But the negative stuff, it's so weird how people pick and choose negative stuff about brands. Like Microsoft almost never gets yelled at for making a remaster because they don't make them that often most of the time. But when they do them, it's usually the same game over and over.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're going to go for what sells and what's proven. That's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Understandably.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Anything else? I think Kevin's asleep. I don't know.
Nah, Kevin's awake.
PlayStation concert.
Oh, yeah,
not in America.
That'll be announced for America.
Not yet.
Not yet, at least.
That's when I'll talk about
next year.
Now, listen. If they got any music from Stellar Blade or Final Fantasy, I'm there for it.
If they got God of War Horizon, it's PlayStation. It's fucking
God of War Horizon.
No. I'm there for those. I'm just saying, like, you want to catch me there, like, just have Stellar Blade or Final Fantasy.
If you want to catch me there, I'm there for those. But if you want to catch me there, have Stellar Blade there. What? So does Stellar Blade need to be there for you to be there, or does Stellar Blade not need to be there for you to be there?
It needs to be there for me to physically be there. Otherwise, I'm cool with it. So it's good, nice, but Stellar Blade.
I hum that God of War theme on a daily basis.
Oh, do you?
Same with Horizon. Well, practically. The God of War one always comes up. It's my default hum.
I listen to the Stellar Blade soundtrack whenever I go to work.
It's good.
It's good. It's good music.
So.
A lot of it's good music. PlayStation console looks cool. I'd be shocked if Infamous music wasn't in there. If
Infamous even like there. Ghost of Tsushima though.
Oh,
put that in there.
That's gonna be beautiful. That's gonna be beautiful. Oh man. All right. Anything else you want to talk about? You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining the podcast today. We will see you guys next week, same time, same place. You can catch us where you normally watch us on twitch.tv/craftingachat or youtube.com/startingtoolate with 2 R's. Probably look forward to more PSVR2 impressions by Kevin.
Yep, absolutely.
Maybe some more gameplay from me, depending on what I'm playing, and then yeah.
Maybe a Stellar Blade update next week from Desonoda. Another Penguin discussion next week is definitely going to happen. Soon, Agatha. We'll start that up.
Yes. Yep. I've been hearing a lot of positivity about it, so nothing really crazy bad. A lot of positivity.
I saw a fucking Twitter post that was comparing a character in Agatha and Sophia and Penguin. And I'm like, why the fuck are we comparing these two shows?
They're nothing alike.
Just because one's Marvel and one's DC, why are we doing this?
Just stupid comparisons.
And I just blocked the person who shared it, and then the person who was complaining about it, I blocked them too. I was like, don't show me this.
Oh, speaking of DC real quick, did you hear any rumors of AT&T selling pieces of DC to...
Yeah, Warner Brothers, AT&T, they're always, I don't know what the fuck. I'll never understand that company as long as I live. I honestly think they're the worst, they're the most mismanaged company that's ever existed, which is crazy.
I'll give you context of, like, why everything is the way it is. They're bleeding subscriber counts from AT&T, as they should be, because they're now the smallest set of the big three. And in order to sustain themselves as the big blue Death Star, as they are, that's how we refer to them. What the fuck are we again? AT&T's the Death Star. We're the fucking, what do they fucking call us now? The recarriers. So they call us the magenta liars.
Okay.
And then the Reds, what the fuck do they call the red folks?
This part is not that important to your story.
No, hold on. I'm just trying to remember, because I'm trying to remember what the hell the name is. Hang on. What do they call the red ones? Oh, shit. The Red Men in Suits, I think, or something like that. Some fucking stupid thing.
The
anyway.
Red Menace or something like that?
Something like that they call them. The Red Menace or Red Men in Suits or something like that, because it's like they're all like, whatever. AT&T is bleeding subscriber counts like there's no tomorrow. So they've already sold off DirecTV. I forget the exact amount they sold them out for, but guess who bought DirecTV?
Dish.
Yeah. Which is fucking hilarious, because the technology is just fucking stupid. That was their biggest competition, and they own them. They're selling pieces of Warner Brothers, and it's so weird how they're picking and choosing what they're selling. They're picking and choosing, from what I remember reading, is certain IPs under the DC universe and other lesser-known IPs that are owned by Warner Brothers and Time Warner to sell off to I don't know who. And I'm like, why don't you just have one person buy them all fucking out? Which I don't know if Disney wants to buy anything else at this point. But they're just picking and choosing such weird things to sell for odd prices and all that. You are correct. They're the most mismanaged company in the world. But they're also the stupidest fucking people that I've ever seen, because in order to patch their bleeding subscriber count, they choose to sell $1 million IPs. Like,
hey,
why would you?
Here's a shocking revelation. They've been trying to do this for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, as soon as they acquired them, all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we gotta sell them all off. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I don't know. I'll never understand how they're like, okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a DC universe, and then, oh no, the first movie was bad. Pivot. We pivoted too much in the wrong direction. Pivot. We pivoted too much in the wrong direction. Canceled. This is not releasing. Tax cut. Nobody wants to work with us. We lost Christopher Nolan. He now works for Universal. What? How the fuck? As a like, literally, do you know how bad you have to fuck up to ruin a relationship with a director that has chosen you for 20 years? Do you know how bad you have to fuck up for a guy that literally anytime he puts out a movie for you, he makes $1 billion? And now he's got like a 4-picture deal with Universal or whatever the fuck it is. Like, everything about them is so stupid. They're like, hey, Batman's good. Batman audiences are stupid, so they'll get confused. So let's reboot Batman 3 times within 10 years, but don't allow him on TV. So we'll allow Green Arrow, but we'll allow some of the Batman villains, but they can't use Joker. But the Joker can be used in Gotham, but he can't be called Joker. He can be called Jerome. But then later he can be called Joker. You can have Harley Quinn and Arrow. No, you actually can't call her Harley Quinn, but you can call them the Suicide Squad. Actually, we want to make a Suicide Squad film, so you have to like decanon your Suicide Squad in the show Arrow. It is so fucking dumb. Superman can't be used here, here, or here, but he can be used here. You can't say Superman's name here, here, or here. You can't use Superman in the title of a movie because we technically don't own the rights to the name Superman. So that's why it's called Man of Steel. But we actually got it back for Superman and Lois, the TV show. But actually, we do have the rights again. That's why James Gunn's movie Superman is called Superman. What in the fuck is going on there? I don't understand. Let's make an Arkham game. Let's make another Arkham game. Hey, it was a great hit. Let's get somebody else to make another spin-off. Oh God, it released badly. Cancel all the other Arkham games. This one, add vehicle stuff. Release an edition that's broken. Never mind, cancel it. Okay, very successful franchise. They have an idea for a new game. Hey, let's see if they have an idea for live service. Cool. We'll offer them a bunch of money. They'll commit to it. All the studio heads left. We'll continue making this live service game. It's failing. Okay, pivot. Make an Arkham game. Hey, let's make a Lord of the Rings game that's fucking loved by everybody, and you create this thing called the Nemesis system. It's so good. Patent it so nobody else can use it, but only use it one more time, and then like be rude to a developer that passed away and basically lock away like your tribute to him behind a paywall. Yeah, everybody will love that. Hey guys, we own some of the most recognizable IP in the fucking world. Superman, the bat symbol and Superman's symbol are literally one of the most recognized symbols in the world next to the fucking cross. Like, and somehow...
You know Jesus, you also know Superman and Batman.
And somehow, you put out a film and it doesn't make enough money because you've diluted the brand so much. And what do you mean? Hey, let's reboot the DC comics. Hey, let's even though people love these stories, they're getting a little convoluted and we don't want to keep hiring writers to keep writing these, and we're running out of ideas, so let's just recycle the ideas we have but make them a little bit different. Nobody likes it. Pivot. Like, the comic stuff, they've really turned around the last few years, I will say. And the movie stuff right now looks like it's turning around. In the TV stuff, it's ending, but most likely it looks like it's turning around. The video game stuff, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Wonder Woman, where are you? Maybe Game Awards. But at the same time, something's going to come out, something's going to be bad, and they're going to be like, pivot. It is literally like if Marvel put out Iron Man, and then a couple months later, The Incredible Hulk came out, they saw the reception, and then they pivoted away.
What a difference we would have been.
What a difference. They committed to it because they were like, no, we believe in creators. We believe in this vision we have. Like, we believe in all of it. And it fucking worked. In Marvel, maybe a fluke at this point because no other fucking studio or universe can do it, but for some reason Warner Brothers is always like pivot. I trust James Gunn at this point because everything he's released for Superman looks great, and Peacemaker was so good. I can't wait for the second season of that. Penguin's good, and that's an other world now, but now there's rumors that they want Robert Pattinson to be the Batman in the DCU, which is absolutely incorrect. Do not do that. I want a comic booky Batman. I don't want the realistic Batman in the DCU. Like, come on. I like the other world.
Now keep Pattinson in his own Batman universe.
Yeah,
I like that.
I want a comic book Batman more than I want anything else. A comic book Batman where everybody's okay with him in a fucking bat suit, Batmaning around, being like a crazy. Like, give me the fight scene from Zack Snyder's fucking Batman v Superman without all the murdering, and you got a 10 out of 10 right there. Like, I don't get it. I feel like every single person in the world could be like, okay, I have a great idea for a Batman movie, and every single person's ideas would be good, except the people they hire for some reason. I have no idea. I just don't get it.
Sounds like you need to infiltrate Warner Brothers and make your way to the top, and
if I infiltrated Warner Brothers, I would burn it to the ground. It's not my Ubisoft. I would make sure everybody got out of there, but I don't understand anything they do there. I literally don't. Every decision that they make in regards to anything that comes from the higher-ups are so backwards that it just makes my neck hurt from turning around so much. I just don't get it. And They're the worst. They're literally the worst. Ah. Awful. But
well,
hey,
this
future's
was
bright. Can't wait.
yeah.
Green Lantern.
This was
they look great.
This was Adam's corner of despair. Tune in next week for.
This is Adam deconstructs Warner Brothers. Tune in next week where I could fucking keep going if I want to, but I just don't. I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it because they're just so like. Everyone knows what they're doing wrong except them. So they're like, let's piecemeal it off like we're fucking Marvel in the late 90s. Because that worked out well for them. They're still fucking fighting Sony for Spider-Man. Like, oh. Stupid.
All right. Well, that concludes Crafting a Chat. Take care, everybody. Have a nice rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Have a real good time. Hey, will there be a Jeopardy next week? Maybe.
We'll find out.